quick.
YouTube be tripping on that shit.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed by thy name. Oh my gosh. I muted myself on accident. Alright, let's start this up. Let's just let people get in here. Let me press play on this. Oh, brother. Hopefully that was the right one. Hopefully they don't copyright me. Let me pull up my YouTube real quick. Let's turn this down just a little bit. That might have been a little too much. Pull up YouTube real quick just to make sure I'm streaming. Yes, sir. Let's get this started. Let me see who's in chat, though. Dub, what's up, Cupid? What's up, everybody? What's up, Yo-Yo? How's everybody's day going? Hope everybody's having a blessed day. What's up, Revenge? What's up, Carlito? All right, so the gist of this stream, just to give y'all a heads up, I wanted to stream yesterday, but some things came up. I hope everybody's having a blessed day, by the way. I have D-Money with me. I'm pretty sure everybody knows who D-Money is, but if you don't, I'll let you introduce yourself, D-Money, real quick.
If you don't know me by now, I don't know what you're doing. I really don't.
D-Money is a fellow 3-on-3 content creator like me. He posts his weekly updates, just giving you a breakdown of what the update 3-on-3 has posted. I would highly recommend checking his channel out for those who want to get into 3-on-3, learn about the game, just etc.
It's not a recommendation, it's a demand. Check it out, because I will drop by and check if you are. Because if you're not, we got a problem. We run a phase all day.
Type shit. Excuse my language all the way. So this stream, me and D-Money are just gonna be talking about Lulu and Murdock. If y'all hear noise in the background again, I apologize. I'm gonna be playing an old stream in the background. I'm gonna be going back and forth between my old stream and YouTube just to see what everybody's talking about. Also, I'm gonna be playing music in the background. Hopefully I do not get hit with copyright. Let me know if it's too loud. But pretty much the gist of this stream was because last week when I had P7 D-Money, not P7, P7 Deacon, D-Money said Murdock was better than Lulu, and I said Lulu was better than Murdock, and then he told me to send a link, but I didn't have time that day or the next couple of days, so this is what this stream is about. Before I continue, let me just tune in with chat. Why is D-Money's voice so deep? You don't know how D-Money sounds like? Alright, to start this off, D-Money, I want you to give me a description of what Murdock is. Who is Murdock? What he does for you, alright?
Alright, I can do that. Well, crazy enough, I really don't play Murdock like that. So I can't believe you got me actually sitting here defending Murdock, because I think Murdock is by far one of the most overrated power forwards on this game, but it is what it is. So we're going to do this devil advocate type of thing today. But Murdock is basically a defensive power forward. That's in a nutshell. He ain't gonna give you much offensively. The way he affects the game is defensively.
Okay. And then I will give y'all a quick description of Lulu. Lulu is a offensive-minded power forward capable of both scoring inside and spacing the floor. And not only does she provide offense for you, she provides solid rebounding and okay defense. But her main strength is her mid-range shot. She's able to space the floor, and again, she's able to score and inside. That is pretty much what Lulu provides for you. Now, D-Money, please tell me, what does Murdock really provide for you other than defense? I just want to hear your thoughts on this, okay? And then I'll break down my thoughts.
Okay. This point in time, he does give you rebounding now. The way you can build these characters, you can pretty much build a character to do whatever it is that you want them to do. So as far as him not being able to shoot, that's kind of a mute point at this stage of the game, because you can build every character on here pretty much to shoot to some extent. Primarily, yes, that's what he's going to give you, is defense, but he also gives you spacing, because if you don't go chip out, you can go with his screen game. Even if you don't choose his screen pieces, he'll still give you a good screen.
Okay. Now, my reason being for saying Murdock is personally, in my opinion, y'all are gonna disagree with me. I honestly don't care. The reason I said Murdock was one of the worst power forwards is because, in my eyes, the only thing he really provides for you is defense. Why is D-Money's voice so deep? D-Money need a voice acting career. In my opinion, bro, the only thing I really can say Murdock does is provide defense. They nerfed his rebound. They keep nerfing him, and I really don't see a reason why you use Murdock, especially when you have characters like Giant G and other power forwards who can play defense. Not as good as him, but still play defense and do more than play defense. Now, Lulu, I do think Lulu is very, very underrated as a power forward. I think she provides a lot for you. I think she's one of the most balanced power forwards in the game. It's just she's you know, doesn't fit the meta. I think that's the main thing. Murdock fits the meta much more than Lulu does. But as far as everything else, I personally think Lulu outclasses Murdock other than defense. Only thing I can say Murdock does better than Lulu is defense. But other than that, I think Lulu does everything better than Murdock does. Oh, shit, did I not read that?
So you're not necessarily wrong, but you're not right.
Okay.
Here's where we're going with this. So the thing is, I get that Murdock is pretty much nothing deep. He's just all defense, and there are a bunch of other characters that you can play that gives you more.
Right.
No argument there. That is where you're right. But here's why I say Murdock is better than Lulu is because everything that Lulu wants to do, Murdock takes away. Yes, Lulu can space the floor. Murdock has a high jump shot block, so you spacing the floor does nothing. Lulu can also attack the paint. He has a high driving shot block. He takes away that. Everything that Lulu, and not even just Lulu, Clark wants to do, he takes away. That's why, and when I say he's better than Lulu, I'm not saying that Lulu is trash by any means. Actually, if you really want to go there, no power forward is really garbage. I don't feel like any of the power forwards are terrible, but as far as out of the first three free-to-play characters, there's just three different archetypes, and unfortunately, Murdock's archetype takes away what the other two want to do. Yes, those two can rebound. Yes, both of them can somewhat space the floor. Lulu a little bit better than Clark, but Lulu doesn't have a P6 or a P7 yet. Murdock does, which still makes him better than both of them. Even if you get a P7 Clark, which his P7 is really good, Murdock still takes away what Clark wants to do. Lulu doesn't have a P7, so she's just stuck with what she had. Not saying that Lulu is a bad character, it's just that Murdock takes away everything that Lulu wants to do at this point in time.
Okay. Let me ask you something real quick. Before I continue this discussion, let me catch up with y'all real quick. I don't understand anything you're saying. To those joining, what's up, everybody? I hope everybody's having a good day. Again, the stream is just me, D Money, talking about Lulu and Murdock. Now, do you think if Lulu got a P6, do you think she would be better than Murdock?
Depending on what the P6 is. Well, actually, I would need to see a P7.
Okay.
Because I don't want to limit to her just to her P6. I need to see what her ability tree is going to be.
So
sometimes the ability tree does make a difference.
Okay. So what type of skills and tree do you think she needs in order for her to be better than Murdock, in your opinion?
She would either need something towards her defense.
Okay.
She'll probably get a mid-range tree. I need to see what exactly they're putting on her. Does she have manual block already?
No, she doesn't.
Okay. I would say what would make her better if she got manual block for a P6 ability, and depending on what they gave her on her P7 tree, she could be a better option than Murdock.
Okay.
Or at least same tier. Like, okay. And again, like I said, I'm not saying that she's terrible, because I don't believe there's any bad power forwards per se, but for me to say she's at least equal with Murdock for the same level, she would need manual block. And like I said, I need to see what they put on her P7 tree.
Okay. Now, I think to the people asking me who has the most potential out of all the characters, I personally think Lulu, it sounds crazy, but Lulu provides a lot for you, like I mentioned earlier, and I don't think you could go wrong with her P6. Now, I would prefer, manual block. I love manual block. I would prefer manual block on her because her defense is pretty solid. It's better than FaZe, and it's the same as Fox. But you could do so much more
Mm-hmm.
with her, like, you know, rebounding shot, power rebound, quick jumper. You know, you could do so much with Lulu. So I think her with a P6, regardless of what she gets, still would be a very good option. But personally, I high key would want to see manual block on her just to make her more useful in today's meta, because you know all the meta characters have manual block, so it's like a must if you want to be at least decent on defense. You need at least manual block. And as far as tree, her having again a midi tree like you said, or a rebounding tree or a defense tree. I think those are one of her three trees she needs. Something to help defense, something to help her scoring, or something to help her rebounding.
She'll probably get a dunk tree too.
I could see that. I honestly could see her getting a junk tree. Honestly, it sounds crazy, but I think they should give her manual dunk. That's going to be like unheard of, but if they give her manual dunk, I think that would help her too, in my opinion, because she does have a pretty solid dunk. So if they just had that to her kit, she'll be little more versatile in my opinion.
But here's the thing with manual dunk. So if they do manual dunk, they're gonna have to implement some type of
Hmm.
uh, tier with it because
Yeah,
manual dunk doesn't have a level system, so they're gonna have to implement that, or she'll be the only person with it.
yeah. I low key think they could do it because the same thing happened to blind
Okay.
defense. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
blind
same thing
defense. Yep.
happened to blind defense, because blind defense was a skill where you just didn't even level it up and they added levels to it. So maybe I might. It's just wishful thinking, but hey, if they gave her manual dunk, I'm just saying she would be more versatile in my opinion. And still, you mentioned earlier that you think Murdock is better than Clark, and then I could agree to disagree with you on that. Maybe I'm being a little biased because Clark was, you know, like my first big at P5, and I still like
Hmm.
have very fun on him. The only thing my main reason for me saying Murdoch is like the worst power forward is just because his defense. I understand he fits the meta and everything. I just can't get past the only thing he really provides for you is just defense, and especially with him nerfing his rebound. I don't understand why 3-on-3 does that. They keep nerfing and nerfing. Same thing like Pedro. They keep nerfing his defense. I don't understand Pedro either. Everybody like Pedro's top five point guard. I'm like, bro, they keep nerfing the only thing he really has for you. The reason I'm leaning towards Clark though is because his offense. That's the reason. His offense and his rebound. He has the highest rebound stat alongside Faye and Deacon, Faye Deacon, and Giant G. So I'm like, he's a very good rebounder. He gets Mario block at P6. His tree's good too. Depends what you go for. You go for his dunk tree, or I think he gets a rebound tree. Let me like check that. But his tree's very good. You know, he's kind of predictable. Like he's not that hard to stop, especially if you have the character like Murdoch or Giant G or How or somebody. But still, I feel like Clark has a little more use, in my honest opinion, just for the simple fact he can do a little bit more than Murdoch can.
And like I said, technically you're not wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but then that's why I always resort back to, but everything that Clark wants to do, Murdoch takes away, especially in today's meta.
Yeah.
Everything that a lot of these characters. That's why I understand when people still do play them, but then at the same time, I'm like, why play them when like you got five other bigs that I would play before Murdoch that does what he does plus more. And as far as the builds are not complicated. Like you can literally. That's why I don't really like this debate. I don't
Yeah.
mind having it, but it's like because I don't like Murdoch. Like Murdoch is very overrated. I still feel he's better than them. He's just overrated. Like that you can like if you ask me would I take why would I take Murdoch when I can take double D?
Facts.
I can cross you up and I can still attack the rim. Like
Facts.
there's not one Murdoch on this game that I fear, except for a few of the PC players. But we just gonna act like they don't exist right now because I can't stand them anyway. But it is what it is. But if you take away, and that's why on top of that, I don't like the argument when you say like, give me something else that he does outside of his defense. It's the same thing for Holland. It was Miller for how long? Nobody challenged Howell until you can say Fox kind of challenged Howell to a
Mm-hmm.
certain degree, but Howell has been meta like for the longest until Blair showed up,
Right.
and all Howell did was play defense. Yeah, you can build him to shoot. I have a shooting Howell, but I don't ever pull him out for shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally just bring him out for boards and defense.
That's valid.
So even though all it is just defense that he's giving you, it makes a difference. And like I said, this is just recent because Murdock couldn't because Murdock just got his P6. His Murdock's P6 actually saved him.
I could agree with
Because
you on that one.
all he did was play defense. Like if you can't rebound, you're basically just another person out there on the court. You can't get them boards and what you out there for. Like if you get jump shot, but dude, all I gotta do is stretch big and I'm taking Murdock out the game all together.
Okay.
But again, like I said, you got me caping for a person that I think is overrated to be overrated to begin with. Just to say that yes, he is better than. Like I said, I can't say Lulu is better than Murdock until I see
Her
Lulu's
P6, P7.
and P7.
Yeah.
As far as Clark is concerned, even though Clark's P6 and P7 is really good, he gets manual block crazy enough. I actually picked. I didn't pick manual block for P6. I picked what is it? Screen.
Oh, the slip and screen thingy? Was it? Or the screen? Yeah, okay.
It's a big slip screen because it's funny as hell to see him do it. But his dunk tree is actually really good. It actually brings back ISO Clark.
Yeah.
And yet still, a good Murdock still takes away what he wants to do.
I could
So
agree.
it's like, and on top of that, like if you look at all the free-to-play characters, they all have the same amount of stats divided up between each other. They just, tweaks here and there. Lulu has more of her stats geared towards her shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Murdock has all of his geared towards his defense, and Clark towards his dunking. But every power forward that came out after them, they give them, if you had noticed, they give them all more stats.
Yeah. All right. Before I continue, what's up, Purge? How's your day going? Also, happy birthday, Nico. I know he's not in here, but somebody mentioned that in the chat we was in. So happy birthday, Nico. If you see this, hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. I want to see, where do you rank the power forwards? Like, how many power? I have the game open right now, actually. Out of all the power forwards, I want to hear your ranking, and I'll tell you my ranking.
For power forwards, I'm gonna say, I'll say Giant G.
Yeah, there's 10. Okay.
Giant G number one. After that, I would probably go Marisol.
Okay.
After Marisol, honestly, I go back and forth. Well, no. After Marisol, scratch that. Giant G.
Okay.
You can honestly intertwine Fox and Marisol. It's hard for me to place where I want to put either one.
That's valid.
I kind of want to put Fox above Marisol.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like I said, Marisol is kind of a cheat code.
Yeah.
After that, you can go either Faye or Double D.
Okay.
It's kind of a toss-up between them two. And then pretty much everybody else falls in line. As far as me, I would say it would be Deacon.
Oh, really?
Max.
That's interesting. Okay.
I would put Deacon above Murdock any day of the week.
Okay.
I'll put Deacon. Even though crazy enough, I got a poll up and it's like 100 votes on it already, and 80% of them hollering about some Murdock bastards. I'm gonna address that in my video. Y'all bastards be lying to yourself. But anyway, I'll go Deacon, Max, Murdock, Clark, and then Lulu.
Crazy. Okay. Now, like you said earlier too, I low-key, like, Lulu's the only power forward who does not have a P6, P7, so it's kind of hard to rank her since everybody has, like, more skills than she does. Mm-hmm. But my list, I'm going to put Giant G first, and I'm going to put Marisol. The reason I have Marisol over Fox, like you said, it's interchangeable, but I think the passing is what does it for me because she's able to provide passing too. So I'll just do that. Marisol, then Fox, and then Faye, Double D. And then personally, I might be being a little biased. It's between Clark and Max. I'm going to give it to Clark just for the simple fact that he has manual block. But if he didn't, I probably would have given it to Max and then Max. Now, I personally think, in my honest opinion, bro, I love Deacon. But I think right now the spot he is in is just so weird. I think right now he's the worst power forward in my opinion, bro. I love playing Deacon. I just P7'd him too, and I got this challenge done yesterday. But, like, using Deacon, it's hard. Like, they nerfed everything to the ground. They nerfed his dunk. They nerfed everything he does to the ground. So only thing, in my opinion, the only thing he really has is his rebound. That's the only thing I could justify. He has good defense too. I'm not taking his defense away from him, but really just his rebound. I think Murdock has more value than Deacon as of right now, especially in the meta. He has more value, but I think honestly they're like par to par right next to each other. If you prefer rebounding, go with Deacon, but if you prefer defense, go with Murdock. But honestly, I low key might. It depends what the situation is looking like too. I low key would go with Murdock over Deacon if I'm being honest.
Here, all right. So here's my question.
Okay.
All right, now this is the argument I want to have. Like, so your logic behind you taking Murdock over Deacon is because Murdock gives you more defensively than Deacon does, right?
Yeah.
And my argument is those double. If you look at their stats and skills, see the only here's why I put Murdock over. I mean, this is why I put Deacon over Murdock.
Okay.
Yes, Deacon does give you is better at rebounding, but he also takes away. He also keeps other bigs from rebounding. Like if you look at his kit, even defensively, like their stats, Murdock and Deacon stats are not that far off.
No, yeah, you got
Deacon
a point. You got a point. Deacon has.
Deacon does gear to his rebound, but his jump shot block, his driving shot block, is not that far off. It's like I want to say like maybe -10 on his jump shot block, and
His paint defense is 192 and his jump shot block is a 180.
Exactly. Which means you can still build them the same way. You can run the exact same key buffs. You can run the exact same cards and still have an effective Deacon. Now, I know a lot of people when he came out wanted to give him manual block, and I'm not saying manual block is not a good skill. I just think it's an overrated skill. You can still get blocks without manual block.
Yeah.
Now, it's at that point it's a skill issue if you're not getting. But I mean, you can still get 255 jump shot block on a Deacon, just like you can get max jump shot block on a Murdock. On top of that, which is why I always say, like, people scoffed at it when they saw his P6 ability was what is it, diving catch?
Yeah.
That is handy. If you're playing defense like you're supposed to and taking away passing lanes, that skill comes in handy. On top of that, if you got a power forward trapped in the corner, you hit him with that charge, that skill comes in handy. The problem with people just don't, and I always say this, especially for new players, if you learn your characters, even the ones you don't play, you will realize how good a lot of them are and how overrated a lot of them are. People just don't want to take the time to use their skills. Like, how many times you see, like, I don't even see people really tackle with Deacon anymore outside of at the jump off. Like, it's like, other than the jump off, nobody else uses it for the rest of the match. I've been playing Deacon this entire week for the thing, and I'm tackling you every chance I get just because. And it's actually quite funny to see people do that shit. But
That's.
I just can't. And on top of that, even though they did lower his dunk stat, you can still spam the behind the rim dunk.
Yeah, yeah. I was testing it out yesterday.
He just might miss it a little bit more frequently, but you can still spam it.
Okay. Do you think Deacon needs a buff?
No.
You don't think Deacon needs a buff?
No, I don't want to go back to that.
Okay.
Dude, do you know Deacon was bro, I don't want to. You want to deal with that?
Nah, I know. I was there. I've been playing this game since it first dropped. Trust me, Deacon and Jack, those two characters on launch day were the craziest characters to ever come out.
Cool, where he at?
Now, I can understand why you said Deacon does not need to be reverted, because I still have the screenshot. I low-key might post it too. Deacon's stats first, before we talk about the skills. His stats on launch day was absolutely insane. Let me catch up with chat. Yes, this is old gameplay, by the way. Wondering. This is an old stream from like 4 years ago. Deacon's stats. He had a 194 rebound. Let's think about this real quick. A 194 rebound at the time. Do you know how insane that is for a power forward when, what's her name? Krista has a 191 rebound? That's insane, all right? And then he had the same defensive stats as Murdock and, what's his name? Max. He had a 204 jump shot block and a 204 driving jump shot block. So Deacon on launch day, we're just talking about his stats. His stats were absolutely insane. And then his skills were so crazy. Last second of the game, people were even pulling out Murdock. They were pulling out Deacon just to get his shoulder tackle. And you lose it, guaranteed to lose the ball. His skills back then, they took no skill. If I'm being honest, they took no skill. What else? His dunk. Y'all thought Giant G's dunk was crazy. Deacon's dunk back in the day too was on par with Giant G's, probably even worse. Now, my honest opinion, I think they should buff Deacon, but I think they should really watch how they buff Deacon. I think at first they should at least even out his stats, like at least 194 jump shot block and like a 194 what's it called, driving jump shot block. I think they should even that out and then kind of tweak his skills, like the post push or something, or the shoulder tackle, because you D-Money, you can't even lie, bro. His shoulder tackle, bro, you know how hard it is to hit his shoulder tackle? Like, they need to at least look at his shoulder tackle and kind of like buff it just a little bit. Not even crazily, just a little bit. Just like kind of tweak it a little bit. It is a
timing thing, and then it's also one of those things like you got to run a card, which I'm surprised they didn't put anything towards that in his ability to.
Yeah. So Deacon for me, he might still stay. Like, I can see where you're coming from. I really can. Deacon is like interchangeable for me between Murdock and what's his name? It's between Deacon and Murdock. Between Deacon and Murdock. Lulu, I don't want to rate Lulu, but if I had to rate Lulu, I am pitting her over not Max, Deacon and Murdock. I'm pitting her over Deacon. If I had to rate Lulu, I'm pitting her over Deacon and Murdock, and then like Lulu, and then like Max and Clark. I think those two are interchangeable. Depends what you prefer. I think Max is very underrated, if I'm being honest. What's up, Nani? I think Max is very, very underrated, if I'm being honest. Not too many people use him. I low-key might go for his P7 one day, but Max is very good. Clark, again, I'm probably being biased. I really enjoy Clark, especially him getting his P6. Then after that, Double D, Faye, Fox, Marisol, and Giant G. That's my list.
Like, I was playing with him. I forgot how fun he was to play. I hadn't played him for I'm actually considering getting 17.
Yeah.
He's just that damn fun.
Exactly. I high-key want to start investing in Max. Everybody joining here, Clark is pretty solid, especially if you lucky if you got his dunk cards. I want to go for the thing like D-Money mentioned earlier is he has a tree where you can run ISO Clark back, and then I have you know how they added the P7 P-Bus where you can get like additional stats. So I'm trying to really have my builds towards ISO Clark again just to get the dunk distance. It's really hard, but I'm trying my hardest. See, if I had Max P7, I low-key might be able to get it. And then Lulu whenever she gets there.
I'm telling you, like, because right now, because my Clark is on the P6.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can get lucky on that shopping bag, and I can pull another power forward, man, I probably will go ahead and P7.
Okay.
Right now I'm running a pet that gives him long distance dunk range.
Yeah.
And if I can just go ahead and get the P7 and fill that tree, I don't even have to run that anymore. I can get that for itself now.
Okay.
And it's a lot. I want to say it's like 24. I think it's 24 centimeters.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
It's a lot. I can't remember what it is. I think it's around 20. Somewhere between 20 and 20.
All right, let me see.
Which is more than.
No, that is, especially if you get the additional stats from the P-Bus too. Let me look at the tree since it's 8 plus 8, 16. 16 plus 16. That's 32 right there.
That's 32.
Yeah, let me look up. Yeah, that's 32. That's 32 off of his tree alone. And then if you gotta add the P-Buffs too. See, Clark low key. Y'all need to build Clark, just saying. All right, chat. Let me ask y'all real quick. How many people are in here? Let me pull up my stream images. There's 10 people in here. Who are y'all picking? Clark? Not Clark. Murdock or Lulu? Let me see what you guys say. D-Money picks Murdock, and I still pick Lulu. It's hard to. D Money had a very valid point though. Murdock has a P7. Lulu doesn't have a P7, so it's really hard to compare the two characters. One has a P7 and one doesn't. Brian said Murdock. Why am I not surprised? Nani said Murdock too. Nani, you make me sick.
And people, man. I'm a man of the people. They know.
Hey, off topic. They've been giving us these in our reward box. They've been giving us these Halloween tickets. You know what they're for? Because I keep getting these tickets, don't even know what to use them for. Like,
Yeah, the tickets are for that Halloween box. Sure.
Spooky 123 mission. All right, let me do this real
So
quick.
if you go in the store, you should see, what is it, the Whisper of the Dead random box and then the Endless Nightmare random box. That's what those tickets are for.
Interesting.
I think you need 5 for 1 pull.
Okay, cool. Thank you for telling me this, because I'm over here like, bro, I have all these tickets and I don't even know what these tickets are for. I keep going crazy. All right. I didn't hear these money reasons on why he thinks Murdock is better. You go ahead, want to say it again, because some of these people didn't hear why you think Murdock is better than Lulu D Money. At least the people who just joined.
All right, well, just to sum it up, the reason why Murdock is better than Lulu and Clark is because everything that Lulu and Clark does, Murdock takes away. There are 3 different archetypes as far as those 3 power forwards. Murdock is strictly defense, Clark is an inside rim attacker, and Lulu is the closest to an all-around power forward out of those 3, but primarily she's mid-range and inside attacker. And Murdock, everything that Murdock does takes away what those 2 want to do. Especially as of right now, being that Murdock and Clark are the only 2 P7s out of the 3.
Who do you think has? I should have asked this earlier too. Who do you think has better passives? If you don't know the passives, I have 3-on-3 open right here. I'll tell you if you want me to.
The better passes.
Yeah.
Ooh. Let me see.
Because Murdock has the.
Murdock gets impaired a lot.
Yeah.
Murdock has impaired on his passes, which I love impaired. You just can't go wrong with impaired. And you can stack it, so it's like.
He gets the input and then he gets the
Clark,
shadow block.
Something is wrong with Clark's passive. They need to fix his passive. That reverse when you block his bump, it's still broken. Like, I thought they fixed it, but it's still broken.
The
fact that you can increase the percentage of it with his P7, I think that's dope. What's Freestyle? Not
Lulu, she has the. If she loses a rebound, she gets a plus 15 to her rebound, and now it stacks up to 3 times. Real quick.
That one's all right. I mean, it's kind of useful, but I mean, if you're a good Lulu, how many rebounds are you really gonna lose?
Point. That's a good point. The thing with Clark's passive, real quick, is I think it might be crazy, but I don't care. I don't understand why everybody. I don't know if you've seen other characters use his passive, but I don't understand why everybody can use his passive when he has a whole skill dedicated to him doing that, and he barely does it. So I think they should just take that away from him and give him Nathan's passive. You know what Nathan's passive is, where he try to block him, he does a layup. That's so. Yeah, I high-key think they should just give that to Clark. If I'm being honest.
Well, if they do that, then they're gonna have to take away the cards because it's cards they let you do.
Really?
Yeah, it's what is it? It's the dunk, what they call it? Dunk block resist?
No.
That's what that's what allows you to do it. If you got a bunch of those, or like a higher percentage, that's what that is.
Okay.
You ain't never seen those ones for shooting too. You ain't never seen no one, block a jump shot and that bastard still going?
Yeah, I've seen those ones. That's crazy. I think
I think the only person that I actually run that for, well, pretty much anyone that I do spam a lot of dunking with, I might run a card or 2 for that. The layup one, the only person that I run that for is Lil Fox.
Okay. What's up, Hooks? What's up, Ghost? How's everybody's day going? Hope everybody's having A blessed day. I forgot to tell y'all my reasons for why I think Lulu is better for those joining. I totally slipped my mind. The reason I think Lulu is better than Murdock, I'm pretty sure y'all heard me say this 1,000 times, is just because I think she does more than Murdock does. She gives you better offense, and then she has a better rebounds than them too, in my opinion. And she's able to do a little bit more. And not only that, she provides solid defense. Her defense is not on par with his, but she still gives you solid defense, and she still can space the floor while giving you good offense, and she can give you solid to good rebounding. Depends how you have her built. That's the only reason why I have her over Murdock. Well, my main thing with Murdock is the only thing he really provides for you is defense. Now, if we're talking about a pre-nerf Murdock, I'd be like, okay, I understand that. A pre-nerf Murdock was crazy, but in his current state, I still can't agree with Murdock. I still think he's bottom tier, in my honest opinion. Maybe it's just me being biased because I really don't like Murdock as a power forward either. I have no clue, but that's just pretty much my take on Murdock.
No, it's definitely your bias. Your bias is showing. Okay. That's what we're here for. We're here to let you know, hey, Killa, your bias is showing. You might want to fix that. And it's okay. We all got our bias. And you can't tell me nothing about Big Dog. You can't. You just can't. It is what it is. We all got our biases. But I'm not about to sit there and say, Big Dog is the best center in the game.
No, that's valid. Like,
I will say he's the best point guard in the game, and I dare anybody to say he's different.
Hey, hear me out. I think Camilla's on par with him when it comes to playmaking. Camilla and Lloyd, give or take, but I think Camilla for sure is on par with him.
Yeah, she alright.
She alright. If you build a support Camilla, I think she's on par with Big Dog. She get the running pass, touch pass, and her P5 move too. For her passive, you can't tell me Camilla's not a good support.
You don't need all that. You don't need all that. Big Dog is simple. He way he is from. You get all that. If you got a Big Dog on the court and he pass you the ball, all you got to do is shoot. You ain't got to do all that extra stuff.
That's why I just.
That is it. If you not don't shoot it, I'm look. We gonna have to talk, bro. If I pass you the ball in the corner with a Big Dog, why you not shooting? I'm giving you success rate just by passing you the ball. Shoot the damn ball.
All right. Now, I want you to rate the centers for you. I want to hear your list real quick.
For the centers?
Yeah. There's 11 centers, I think.
All right, this should be easy. All right, for the centers, it's going to be Big Dog,
Mm-hmm.
Big Dog, Big Dog, Big Dog, Big Dog, Big Dog, Tiana, then Big Dog. That's my bias. That's my bias list. Now, if you want my unbiased list, it's going to be Tiana, Blair, Howe, Lloyd, Camilla, Big Joe, Jimmy, honestly, it's for me, it's a toss up between. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. I would say Krista, Luther, Lee, and Big Dog.
What about Jimmy?
Jimmy after Big Dog.
Okay. My list is like very well. At the start of it was similar. I have Sienna. Yeah, I got Sienna. Then I have Blair. I honestly think between those two. Honestly, depends what you prefer. But I'm having so much fun on Sienna, so maybe I'm gonna have to go Sienna. Then I'm going with Blair, and then Camilla. Reason being is because she's my playing style. Like, I like a big that can space the floor, pass, give you some good defense while rebounding too. Camilla does it for me. So Camilla, and then after that, I'm gonna have to go with Big Joe, which is crazy. I have Big Joe rate very high on my list. I have Big Joe. Who else is the centers? Lee, Luther, Jimmy, Krista. Hal. Not my bad. Hal, then Big Joe. I forgot Hal was even a character. I low-key don't like Hal. I'm trying hard not to be.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I don't like Hal. Hal, Big Joe. Then maybe it's between Krista and Lee. Again, Lee is my playing style, so I'm gonna have to go with Lee over Krista because I like a big that can shoot and he spaces the floor. Then Krista, then I forgot Jimmy was a character. Jimmy, then Luther, and then Big Dog.
Everybody forgets Jimmy. The only reason why people forget, like the only time when people seem to remember Jimmy is when Greg's 3 come up.
No, that's real. They get Big Dog.
That's the only time when people remember that. Oh yeah, he is a character. He's so big Jimmy out. Oh.
I high key think they should do that, Sky. If they gave Big Dog dual P6 skills, bro, I would consider P6 in him. I would. If they give him dual P6 skills.
Nah, I don't want to hear nothing about you considering him. You done put too much staff. Dog name, you ain't allowed to do it.
If they give him like good skills too, bro. If they give him passing and defense as dual skills, I'll be like, okay.
You don't deserve it.
I feel like that's pretty solid. Like I'm looking at my Big Dog right now. All his skills are sitting at level 1.
The Big Dog where he at? Let him rock the silver that you got on. Oh.
Okay.
You're not gonna put all that slander on Big Dog name and holler about you know what? They need to give him dual P6s. And I might run.
Nah, I'll still look at him at a P5 if I'm being honest. I'll be like, nah, I don't need that. Save me some money. All right, we did the power forwards and centers, so why not? Let's just do the other 3 positions. I'll start with the small forwards next. Where do you rank all the small forwards?
Nathan, Lou, Jack. That is where it gets it's tricky here. It's a toss up for me. It's a toss up between Rebecca, Jesse, and Bagman. Biasly, I kind of want to put Bagman above them too, but then Jesse is probably the most balanced out of all out of the 3.
Yeah. But
then Rebecca is her passive. I swear to God, Rebecca's passive be carrying her.
It do, 100%.
So it's really a toss up between those 3. After that, I would probably go Saru.
Okay.
William, Amanda, Joey, and Nathan.
Okay. First, the Will hate is kind of crazy. All right.
I don't hate Will.
All right. For me, my top 3 is like your top 3. You said it was Nathan, Lou, and Jack. My top 3 too. 100% agree with that. And then after that, I think it's interchangeable between not Saru, Rebecca, Jesse, and Will. And I low-key want to throw in Bagman on the list, but I'll talk about Bagman in a second. But I think it's between Lou, like you can say my bad. Jesse, Rebecca, William. You could pit them at between 4 and 6. I honestly don't care. It depends what your preference is. And after that, I want to do Bagman. I got Bagman over Saru and Joey. I kind of would rate him higher, but I wish he had a little more to his defense. At least either a higher still or a little more jump shot block stat. I wish he had a little more to his defense, but his playmaking abilities, his scoring abilities is so beautiful, and I have so much fun with him too. But I wish he just had a little more to his defense. And then after that, I'm going to go Saru, and then after Saru, it's Joey. I know Brian is going to be mad too.
My biggest issue with Bagman is how people play. Like that's my biggest issue. Like I see a Bagman on the court and another lady trying to play him like he Carolina, and that be pissing me off. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
I be seeing people do that all the time.
All that dribbling just to throw up a dumb shot.
Yep.
Like, dude, you can't swing the ball one time. You just gonna leave me in the corner by myself. All right, I got you.
I think out of all the characters you can build, Bagman is probably like the character you could get most creative on. It depends what you're trying to aim for and stuff, but for sure, Bagman is one of the characters you can for
most
sure.
I would say the worst way from what I've seen in building, what people do is don't choose his back dribble and fade away.
Yeah.
And then try to make a 3-point build because that's just gonna throw you off. If you're gonna do that, you might as well just keep him as a mid-range shooter. But don't try to run back dribble and fade away. You're gonna be chucking in bad shots at the 3-point line.
I run them as like a hybrid. I mainly score strictly middies though, like mid range and layups and stuff like that. So I'm running Jab step. Don't ask why. Is it because I run jab step on Saru and
I know you like jab step. I've seen it.
so jab step is the skill I run with, and then drift shot. At first I was running fadeaway, but I changed fadeaway to drift shot because fadeaway with jab step is a very, in my opinion, it's a very good combo. It's a combo that works for me a lot. So those are the two skills I'm running with. What skills do you run with, D Money? I know you run with back row turn, and then what's the other one?
I run let's see where that is. I run layup pass.
Yeah, I run layup pass too.
Basketball,
Layup pass is beautiful. One of my favorite
pull
passes.
up jumper, and for his P6, I went with double clutch.
Okay, that's
And I run a balance build on it.
okay.
So it's like for the P buffs, I run. What are my P buffs run? Well, I'll just do the cards first. For the cards, my pizzas, I got mid range because he doesn't really need a lot of mid range to separate because his mid range stat is already high as hell.
Yeah.
The burgers is 3-point success. The drinks is I switch it up every now and then, but I got one drive speed, one normal movement speed. For his ice cream, I've been running jump shot block as of late, but I think I might go back to 3-point stat because he does need a lot of help with that 3-point stat. For the P buffs, double number movement speed, impaired, and 3-point success.
Damn, that's
And I got
crazy.
a all around balance. Batman.
My build, well, it's kind of similar to yours, but different at the same time. I'm running both mid range and 3-point success rate. I think it's more of a mid range build. Let me look just to fact check this. I'm running the mid range 3-point success rate, and I'm running defense resistance for middies, jump shot block as my ice cream, and then double normal movement speed. And then I have a jump shot block, a flat jump shot block with layup pass distance, and then I have a mid range success rate up here too. Thing is, my P buffs are much different than yours. I'm running like a straight 3-point success rate P buffs for my small forwards. I have Nathan's and Carter's. I have Nathan's and Carter's, and then I'm running speed. So I don't have any shot and pin. I low key be thinking about changing my P buffs to shot and pin, but
I was wondering because I was getting ready to ask you about that because I was like, bro, why is your Williams so consistent at shooting 3 points? And I'm like, I know you run like a balanced Williams. Because I've seen you shoot like middies and 3-point, but I'm like, bro, why my Williams be breaking every? That's why because you running double.
Yeah, I run double 3-point. So like you just be seeing my characters, especially like Saru and Bagman. I think those are Will too, like you mentioned. All those characters I'm running like all my small forwards actually I'm running hybrid builds, but especially those 3 specific characters are more like towards mid range. But my P buffs are carrying me so heavy back. Like I be looking at my cards, like I'm running a silver 3-point on Will, but I have like a 35 success rate on them. I'm like, damn, that's kind of crazy. But I really do be thinking about running shot and pin every now and then because this jump shot block stat it's not saving me enough. Like, I be having solid defense, but they still be hitting it. So I'm like, maybe shot and pin might have to be
Because
that.
like if you don't have, especially because with a lot of the characters that you're gonna need manual for, like you run the ox queens, like those ox queens that like to play around in that corner for their threes. It's like if you don't have manual block, it's kind of tough to stay in front of it without impaired.
Yeah, 100%. And then then Carter.
I run a lot of impaired though, like especially for the characters that like I want to say like my Nadia. I know my Nadia is like above 20%.
Crazy.
My Jack is above 20%.
Insane.
My Lou has the most. Like my Lou is like a 30.
Do you run blind defense on her?
I do. You're not making anything on my Lou. Like I promise you're not. And I rarely bring that.
That's valid.
The only time when I bring out Lou is like it'll be ranked, or if I just catch like a sweaty team and I'm like, all right, I got to bring out Lou.
Okay.
Like I just have to because it's like they just basically gonna blow us out if I don't. So yeah, like I tell people all the time, like, bro, you're not gonna shoot consistently against me. You're just not if I pull out Lou.
I respect that. Like I really don't use
And
Lou
the crazy
either.
thing is, I have a high jump shot block on her too. Like her jump shot block is like 230.
That's actually devious.
So it's like 230. You got to deal with the jump shot block and the shot put. So it's like, so I run both.
I think
That's
my
all I'm
highest
saying.
jump shot block stat on my small forward is probably Jack, and I don't have the best cards on me. I think his is like a 226, and then followed by Miss Will with a 225. I think those are my highest characters, and everybody else is sitting at like a 204. So I don't have like crazy jump shot block stat, but still having that much jump shot block stat with shot and pin is like devious. Kind of like you know that guy who used to stream off of PC and he used to only just run jump shot block stat. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Trey. There you go, Trey. Kind of like Trey, bro. Kind of like Trey.
With jump shot block on everybody.
All right, Carter. What are skills you want to see on Carter?
Honestly, just it's really just two. Either manual block or shadow.
Okay, I was gonna say that too. I want to see manual block,
If
shadow
they wanna
still.
really break the game, if they really want to break the game, then give them what's that new ability?
You talk about Clara still, the dash still. Yup. Hey,
Dash
great
skill
minds think
or
alike.
Or dash intercept. Give them one of those two. If they really want to put them up there, give them one of those. And they have to give them an impact too. They don't give Carter an impact or put impact on his defense too. I'm gonna be good.
Okay, I respect that. I need to see that. I need to see shadows, like you said, just to like keep him like cool, watered down, whatever. But they want to make him like on par with these meta characters. Dash still, dash intercept is very underrated too on him. Manual block is something I really want to see on him, and then A pass. I love A pass as a pass. It's probably my favorite pass skill alongside layup pass. I would love to see A pass on Carter, even though like if they give him the other skills that we was just talking about, I wouldn't run it, but I would love to see it on Carter just in case you want to make him more of a playmaker. I would love to see A pass on him.
But it has its flaws. Like
Yeah.
there's pros and cons to kill pass and A pass. Like kill pass works for shorter passes,
Yeah.
and A pass works better for longer passes. So it's like every now and then that A pass animation will kind of hold you out. It's like, bro, you took that long to wind up, throw the ball. Like, come on, bro.
Hey,
Get ball to him.
This is
It'll hold you every now and then, but it's dope. Like passing is very underrated on this game. So it's like that's why I hate it. I'm probably the only person that did it. That's why I went with kill pass on Kaji. I hate running pass. Yeah, running pass. I hate that shit so much.
Really? That's
I hate
crazy.
it. Like it's handy every now and then,
Right.
which is also another reason why I don't like Camilla because she has that. Because what'll happen is like, let's say you know cross your opponent up, you trying to drive to the paint, you got like an open layup, and you end up passing the ball because you got your hand on the trigger button and you get square and you stay
Okay. Yeah. I'll be doing that a lot with Noah. I'll be like trying to run to the corner to shoot a three, and he ends up passing it. I understand what you're saying with that, especially if it's on a score. And like I can see where you're coming from. No, the video is not pre-recorded. Well, the stream is from a couple years ago, Deshaun, but we're just yapping. We was talking about Lulu and Murdock, but now we're just yapping about the other characters. All right, let's talk about. We have two more positions left. Let's talk about the point guards next. And Kaji's new point guard, so I want to hear what you gotta say about these point guards. Where do you rank them?
So for the point guard, alright, I'm gonna go. And maybe this is some recency bias, but from what I've seen from like the real Kaji, that's definitely so. So it's kind of here's the thing with Kaji. Kaji is okay, and I still think he is probably the number one point guard on this game because he does a lot.
Yeah.
Like he don't just do a lot. He don't just do a little bit defensively. He does a lot defensively.
Okay.
He's not giving you anything.
Offense. Yeah.
Even if you running what is it, quick jumper, it's still like
not enough.
It's still only so much. It's not enough. And the majority of people still don't play them right. And I get that. I don't know. Maybe it's like this 2K mindset that everyone has that, I got to cross people up and try to score with everybody. That's not what he does. That's not what he does. But, hey, God bless you. That's how you want to run it. But, Kaji, honestly, it's a toss-up between Clara and
Janessa, it's personal preference for me. I'll probably go Claire than Janessa.
Okay.
Even though if you're asking me who would I ban first, I would probably ban Janessa before I ban Clara.
Clara. Okay.
But I still feel like Claire's just, I don't know, Claire's just a little bit better for me.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it's a toss. Well, I wouldn't say it's a toss. I would say Ayla over Chloe.
That's valid. No. Anybody who says Chloe's better than Ayla, I look at them sideways. What?
The reason why I would put Ayla over Chloe is because Ayla has the better crossover.
Yeah.
Her stamp got speed is faster and the downtime is greater than Chloe.
And not only that, she can pass out of it too, so she could be more of a threat, like trying to get people open, creating for others, versus Chloe, where she just has to sound guard. That's personally why I like Ayla better, but you could go ahead and continue.
Now, after that, now I know a lot of people probably not gonna like this, but for me, well, I would say this: depending on what they do with his P7, I would probably put Little Fox next.
Okay.
But they haven't given his P7 yet, so I'm gonna hold off on that. But at this moment, I'll probably go Ginger, Mika,
Okay.
Little Fox. Do we know if they're gonna do anything with Professor, or is it just the licensing thing, and he's just gonna forever just be P5?
I honestly think they would P7 him. I think he might be the last character. If I'm being 100% honest, I think he'll be the last character to receive his P7. But I think they would P7 him.
All right. Then I'll just leave him. I'll put him last just because he hasn't had anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
So after Little Fox, I would go Helena, Cindy, Pedro. Now, this is not me saying that any of the point guards are bad, because I don't think any of the point guards are bad. I've seen people get cooked with every point guard on here.
Yo.
Now, for those questioning why I have Fox.
No, hey, real quick. Everybody was saying Little Fox, and then, everybody in the comments is getting on you for Little Fox.
I know. Come see me in my Little Fox with whatever point guard you want to run. I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you why. You can do a 1v1 a Little Fox. Best, and I'll even tell you how to play Little Fox. Run normal movement speed, mid range shot better. No point guard on here can stop a P6 Little Fox. But Little Fox can stop every point guard on here, including your favorite point guard, Cindy. Your Cindy is not gonna be the Little Fox 1v1. You run impaired, you run an impaired P-buff, you run an impaired pet, no Cindy is shooting over that. Not one.
D1 has got a point.
On top of that, not one point guard can stop him from standing layups all day.
I mean,
Not one. That is the hardest layup on the game to block is Little Fox. Who else has that? Little Fox has it. Walker has it. And Fred has it. I can stand that on you all day. You're not stopping Fox. But I promise you, Fox will stop the majority of the point guards on here.
all right, my list. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of y'all mad. I'm ready for it too. All right, my list. I got Janessa over Kanji. Only reason being is just because she generates more offense than Kanji. That's the only reason why. Other than that, I'm choosing Kanji over Janessa every day, any day. But I have them ranked number 2. After that, they keep nerfing Claire. I would put her at 3, but I'm personally going to put Ayla over her. I think they're neck to neck. If you said Claire was better than Ayla, I would even be mad at you. I understand that. But I think those two right now are like neck to neck. It depends what you prefer. But I'm going to go with Ayla, then I'm going to go with Claire. Then after that, I'm going to go with Chloe. Who else are the point guards? Lil Fox, Professor Cindy, Helena, Pedro, Mika. I'm going to go with Chloe. After Chloe, I'm going to make y'all mad right now. And I'm cool with that. I think the next 3 are interchangeable for me, personally. It's between Ginger, Mika, depends what you prefer. If you prefer offense, go with Ginger. But if you prefer more passing, go with Mika. And then Helena. If you want defense, you can go with Helena. And after that, Sydney, Pedro, then Little Fox. I have Little Fox bottom of my point guards for one reason is because no, two reasons actually. They nerfed his blind defense. Now I think he's the only character who should have kept his blind defense. If I'm being, was that 50 minutes? Oh shit. I think they should have kept out of all the characters. He should have been the only person who didn't have a cooldown time, or if he did have a cooldown time, it should have been reduced because everybody has a 7 seconds. They should at least give him a 3 seconds. And not only that, his defensive stats does not make no sense to me, and it makes me sick every time I look to this. His description is he's a defensive point guard, right? When I look at his stats, now his jump shot block, don't get me wrong, his jump shot block is the highest across all the other power forwards, point guards. He has a 153, which is pretty high for a point guard. Pedro used to have a 165, but they nerfed it all the way to 140, which is actually pretty insane. But he has a 165 still. Do you know how crazy that is? He has a 165 still. And I look at that. Every point guard minus Mika, every point guard has a higher still than him. And I'm like, that's actually insane. I think they should at least look at his defense. I think they should do a slight tweak to his defense. And they nerfed him too. For those who didn't know, Lil Fox used to have higher shooting stats. His mid range used to be higher, and his 3-point used to be higher. He used to be at a 165 midi and a 143 point, but now he's sitting at a 153 midi and a 127 3-point. They keep nerfing him. I think he is in need of a buff, specifically towards his defense. I think they should at least look at his still. That's the biggest thing for me, his still. Because he's a defensive point guard that has a 165 still, which is insane to me. And that's the reason for me having him all the way at the list. I had him higher than Pedro, but with that blind defense nerf, I put him all the way at the bottom. But I do enjoy playing Little Fox. He was one of the many point guards I enjoyed playing, especially with his P6 move. Like D-Money said, it generates a lot of offense for him, and it's very hard to stop, especially since he doesn't have manual layup. So it's kind of tricky. You're expecting to go one way, but it does go that way because he doesn't have manual layup. But that's just pretty much bogus list. Horrible. That's pretty much why I have Little Fox at the bottom of my list.
It's just those the Cindy's they hate when I say that. They poke hard with it, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Like I'm not judging. It's just sometimes you can lead a horse to water. They should until they actually get in front of my box.
Now
it's just one of those things.
I'm gonna say this.
Then they gave jump shot block to the point guards. Like that passive that Cindy has is not gonna save you.
Now, what's it called?
It's
Plays. Tell me this. I'm gonna say this right now. I used to be one of those people like Cindy. Cindy is a good point guard. Don't get me wrong. She's a good point guard. Her passive compliment her, bro. But realistically, bro, if you look at Cindy, bro.
I don't think any of the point guards are trash, by the way. Also,
see, realistically though, besides chucking shots, bro, what are you doing with Cindy, bro? And if you have, just like D Money said, if you have somebody with shot impediment, how are you going to score on Sydney? Please let me know. You're not, bro. The only way she generates offense is through her shooting touch, where shooting, if you run quick jumper, obviously, and then her manual layup. She can score it inside, but realistically, with this meta, I don't see you. That's what I'm saying. I don't see you really going to the paint, run an ISO Sydney. I really don't see you doing that, if I'm being honest.
On top of that, the majority of Cindy's, they run quick jumper. They don't run blind defense. The majority of them run quick jumper.
Can't you say the same thing about Mika? Mika and Sydney have two different roles. Mika's a straight support here to pass your team, while Sydney is supposed to be an offensive point guard. You know what I mean? So you can't look at Sydney, you can't look at Mika and be like Mika, which again, I don't think Sydney's a bad point guard like D-Money said. All the point guards are good, minus Pedro. I don't think all the point guards are terrible. You can't look at Mika and be like, well, she's trash. That's not her role. Sydney and Mika have two different roles. I will expect you to score on Sydney versus Mika, while Mika's here just to support you and generate you or give you good passing. You know what I mean? So yeah, Sydney, I used to be like, okay, Sydney's good, but you made a very valid point, and then especially with the blind defense nerf too. Because I was running blind defense on her. I'm not giving a lie. Ever since with that nerf, I'm like, I I still use Sydney. Like she's still good, but I just don't use her nearly as much as I used to use her. But that is the point guard list. Plays is bad about the Sydney
Oh,
pick.
and on top of that, the point guards have the lowest amount of input. They don't have the same percentages as the point. And the shooting
Um,
guards do too.
okay. Last but least, the shooting guards. You could go ahead and take off D Money. I know Ghost is gonna
All right.
start getting mad. Go ahead, D Money.
All right. I hate the shooting guards so much. And only because of one character. But for the shooting guards, it's going to be Yuna. It's going to be Ox Queen. That's a bum ass character. It's going to be MC. Now,
Mhm.
of course, this is where people don't get pissed.
Mhm.
I'm going Nadia, and then everybody else.
Everybody else like interchangeable.
You could put well
Okay.
Nadia, and then I
Uh-huh.
would say everybody else, and then in last place is going to be Noah. And the reason why I say everybody else is pretty much interchangeable. I mean, you can. It's personal preference. Every
Mhm.
character outside of Rin and Kim pretty much has the same place out there in certain characters.
Mhm.
It's just how do you want to play them?
Yeah.
If you want to say, if you just want me to give you like a definite, I would say after Nadia, I would probably go Rin.
Okay. Yep.
For me, it's a toss up between Jason and Walker,
Okay.
Kim.
Okay.
Uh, I know she just got her P7. I know she
Carolina.
just got her P7,
What's up, Mac?
but I still want to put Fred above her just because I am so tired of seeing Carolina.
I respect it.
And it's not that I don't. It's not that I hate Carolina. It's just that the majority of Carolinas are not good Carolinas. And
Mhm.
it makes y'all those real Carolina players. Like you
Mhm.
can tell someone who names Carolina and someone who's just playing Carolina.
He's speaking.
There's a big difference
This is
between the two.
straight poetry
But
right here.
even still, Carolina is not. I feel like Fred is a little bit harder to guard than a Carolina because all Carolinas are pretty much looking for the same center.
Yeah.
Most of them are not going to shoot in mid range. They're trying to set you up for a rollback. So really, all you got to look for, just pay attention to the angles, look for the rollback, and just jump. That's it. If they're in the paint, they're probably going to go floater or jump. But then, like I said, that's why I say the rest of the shooting guards are pretty much interchangeable because they all play the same way.
I respect that.
Jason, you would play him the same way. Walker, you would play him the same way. Fred, you would play him the same way. Now, the reason why Noah is last place for me is because it's not his stats, because Noah has some of the best stats of all the shooting guards on here. The problem with Noah is his pick and his skills and his passes are just stupid. And you're not going to use like half of them.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. For me, my top three, I'll put Ox over Yuna, but personally, I think Yuna. I can see why people say Yuna is better than Ox. It's just people are gonna be mad, but she does more than Ox does. In my honest opinion, she has better defense. She can shoot as great as Ox. Ox might be a little more consistent, but she can shoot as great as Ox, and not only that, she can score on the inside too. She does more than Ox does, but it is between those two. It depends what your preference is, but Ox, Yuna, and then between MC and Nadia. Again, I think those two are interchangeable between MC and Nadia. And after that, it's between Rin for me, Rin, Kim, and then actually, let me pause that. I'm gonna have to pick Walker or Jason. Between those two, Walker or Jason. Reason I'm saying Jason is because I know you've seen the way they buffed the lobs. So Jason right now, highly underrated, but he low-key could be a meta character. You just spam his dunk. You're not gonna block it. Trust. I know y'all see me do it for a couple streams too.
I've even heard a couple of the super cop players talk about that. Like that big dog, Jason, they actually use that.
Exactly. You just spam Jake because lobs are so broken right now. You guys need to take advantage of it. I'm telling you right now. So Jason right now is highly underrated. Like he could be a meta character. So I'm gonna have to go with Jason, then Walker, And then between
No,
Ren,
I don't
Kim.
know. I don't want to do that. I don't encourage them to play Jason because I don't because Jason's like one of my main. I don't want to,
Hmm.
like I said, I don't want to see anybody out here trying to pretend to play. I played Jason. I am a Jason. I don't want to see no one out here trying to. No, no, because it upsets me. They don't play him right. They don't play him right. All they're gonna do is try to do step backs all day.
Yo, but yeah, no, you hooks. No, it wasn't you. They like buffed it to the point where you can't even block it anymore. Like it's not you. Even normal lobs, you can't even block them. So yeah, if you don't know how to score, just giving y'all free game. Just throw lobs and you're guaranteed to score it. It's like very very hard, almost impossible to block. But Jason and Walker are interchangeable for me. Jason again could be a meta character. People are sleeping on him right now. Then after that, it's between Rim, Kim, and Carolina. I know I just made what's his name mad. Ghost. I do not care. It's between those three. Honestly, I'll have to pick between Ren and Carolina. Probably Carolina, then Ren, then Kim. Kim, very easy to shut down in my honest opinion. As somebody who, like, I guess you could say main Kims, and Kim was my first ever P5. She's very easy to shut down. Like you know what Kim's gonna do. You know what I mean. So that's why I have her like kind of towards the bottom. And after that, I didn't say Noah or Fred. Fred, very underrated character. His passes are very good too. Very underrated character. Good at generating offense and good at setting you up too. Fred is a good character. I want to see what they give my P6. Personally, I want to see Sham God on him. I know that sounds crazy,
He's
but I need
not.
I need to see Sham God on
He is
him.
not getting
They need to throw Sham God on him. And after
He might
that,
get crossed.
after that, I need to see then Noah. Noah, I agree with D Money. Noah has good stats. He's just his kid. I try to vouch for Noah. I really try. Like I've made so many videos on him. I try to play him in comp. I tried everything with Noah because I like Noah's uh, character. I like his character, like his personality. Like I like his character. So I was like, all right, let me try Noah out. Let me give him a chance. No, trust me. I have so much shot. I have so much defense resistance. I think he probably has more defense resistance than my Kim. Cause y'all seen the shots I hit on my Kim. I think he has more defense resistance, and then I just be missing. I be missing so much open threes. Anything I take on the, especially don't get me started on the floaters. I think the floaters too. Like I want to delete this game every time I miss a floater on Noah. Noah is just so I don't know. He's just built to not make anything, and it just makes me
As of
sick.
now, he does. But now he does have the workload.
His floater, I
Ginger at P7 floater is just broken.
exactly. Floater low key
So
broken
like
too.
if people wonder why I have Ginger so high up on the point guard, that's why. Like you can literally, especially since they buffed the floaters, you can literally spam it with her true maxed out.
Hmm.
You can just spam that all day.
I would have to go with the Sienna Mac. I'd rather have a very good Sienna versus a very good How, because Sienna also generates offense and can take some weight off of my shoulder if I don't know how to score. Um, but yeah, Noah, nah. What's his name say? You could say the same thing about every other shooting guard. I could agree to disagree with you. Like Ren, I could agree with you on that one. Like her main thing is her P5 move, but I think my opinion, I think she does a little bit more than Kim does because she has more to her kit, like pull jumper and stuff, and creating for her spells, creating for herself versus what's her name, Kim, who really doesn't create for herself. She relies on her teammates to get herself open. That's why I have Ren over her, and the same thing with Carolina. Carolina, when it comes to creating space, um, I think she does it a little bit better than whatever her name is, and then she can score more. Versus like just shooting three, she could also go in the paint if she really wants to, or shoot middies. That's just my opinion. Who's the best character? It's hard to
I
say.
mean, I also say, look
Yeah,
at it
go
like
ahead.
this. When you're going in rank,
Hmm.
when you're in rank, I know you haven't been in rank in like
Years,
3
yeah.
years,
Hmm.
but no, the only people that's pulling out films is the ones that don't really
Hard
probably
to,
don't want to run with anyway.
yeah.
Like you're not going to see him in rank like talking about.
Hmm.
Even in 3x3, you're still not going to see
Yeah.
that many films. Like I would take Ren any day
Hmm.
over again.
That's valid. I would too. I can respect that too. What's up, Phoenix? My day is good. Been blessed with another day. What about you? For you joining, it was just me, D Money, talking about who is better, Murdock or how. Then we start talking about the other characters, where we rank them, and all that other good stuff. For anybody wondering. Also, this is old stream too. This is not in real time. If it's Rex, I will take Kim over Ren any day. It's all about preference, though. I can see where you're coming from. Like, people, example, how you said Cindy is ranked higher is because that's your preference. And how Cindy's lower for me because that's
It's
not my
okay.
preference.
I keep play the bias and shit. And it's okay. We all got it. I'm not knocking you for your bias. It's showing right now. And it's okay. It's okay. This is in no way am I telling anyone that you are
Not supposed to play these characters.
That's valid. No,
So
alright.
don't 1 second, not telling you not to play these characters. I'm not saying. Now I will say this. I think out of all the shooting guards, Noah is a trash character. Like I said, I don't really believe that there are
Trash characters.
trash characters on this game except for like maybe 2 or 3 of them. Noah is one of them. So again, this is all personal preference. Play what resonates with you. I don't knock you for playing Kim.
Okay. Now, we'll do one for each position or maybe more. Are there any characters you think that need to be buffed or you would like to see get buffed?
Big Dog.
Big Dog. Okay.
Big Dog and Big Dog.
What do you
I guess you can
think?
give Nadia one too.
What do you think they should do to Big Dog, or what would you like to see on Big Dog, as far as buff, and then for his P6 when he gets his P6?
For Big Dog, honestly, I just want him to be a little bit faster. I know they're probably not going to do anything with speed. I just want him to be a little bit faster.
Bro,
For me personally.
His speed is a 76. I just realized that. That's crazy.
But outside of that, for his P6,
Mm-hmm.
and this is tough. Like I wouldn't mind having manual block, but here's why I kind of don't want manual block.
Mm-hmm.
Is if manual block doesn't work with his block pass, I don't want it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like I need that to work together. If it's not going to work together, then you can keep it.
Okay.
Because it's not like I still get blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Manual block would help a little more, but if it's going to interfere with the block pass,
Mm-hmm.
because I got like buku block pass chance cards on them. So if it ain't gonna work with that, I don't want it.
Okay.
Outside of that, I wouldn't be mad at shadow block or I could probably see them giving him like something like dunk at will,
Mm-hmm.
and I wouldn't be too mad at upper still.
Okay. And you
But
think
that's
though?
for his tree.
Okay.
He doesn't really need rebounding, so I would say something towards his defense. They'll probably give him like some goofy pass tree, which doesn't make sense. Like I already know they're probably gonna give him like some dumb pass tree,
I can see that too.
like with like a +10 to his pass stat. Like, I don't need a +10.
They need an honest opinion. I think they should really look at the pass stat and make it like you need passing. Like if you don't have at least like a 178 passing, you should be throwing turnovers like on a consistent basis. In my opinion, because you look at pass and be like, why do I need to run pass? You know what I mean? That should make it matter if I'm being honest. But what's up? What's up, Reaper? Welcome to the stream. Hope you had a good day today. What do you think, Big Dog? He needs just a buff to his speed. That's the only buff you really think he needs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the only other thing they would have to do, unless they just go down each line and just give them like a +5 to every last one of their stats. But
Interesting.
because I know they can only do so much with the older characters.
Okay. Yeah.
So they're not gonna really touch them per se.
Okay.
Like I said, as long as they don't give him nothing stupid. Because I swear, you want to see a crash out, bro. I swear to God, this is something stupid, bro. I swear, if I see a pass,
running pass.
I swear, I know people they need to give. No, I don't. You even said that foolishness once. They just gonna give him pass. I swear to God, they give him.
I can see them doing that.
If they give him anything past.
So if you see one of his P6 skills as a passing skill, you'll make you mad.
I'ma flip out. I'm telling you,
bro. I'm telling you, most. Most definitely, I could see at least one of his skills dedicated as 8 passes. I promise you, they're gonna do that.
They better not. They better put it as a treat. I'm telling you, if one of them P6 ability, uh, with one of those P6 abilities be a pass, run pass, bro.
Okay.
The
Now,
only one I would accept is if they gave him Kaji's dunk pass. I will accept that.
dunk pass. Do you
And
think?
even that's kind of stupid because layup pass was better.
Okay. Personally, I think they should buff his mid range. I think he should be able to shoot a little middies because he has mid range speed buffs too, which I use. So I think they should at least buff his who has a pretty decent like Camila's. No, she has a. I think she has a.
Well, it's a serviceable mid range.
I think they should at least buff it to around her, give him a little offense. That's just my
I wouldn't be
opinion.
mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at that. I mean, I'm gonna still run him as a 3-point shooter. That's just what my big dog does. That's just what mine does. We shoot threes around here. Now I do
Okay.
have a mid-range build on them, but I mean, why shoot twos when big dog can shoot three?
Lulu guys, hold on, please. We're not on the power fours yet. Now on the centers, I think the only center that really needs a buff, besides Big Dog, obviously, Krista. I think Krista, hear me out. She's in a solid spot, but I think at first I was like they should buff her rebound. But I looked at Blair and then like Lee, and I'm like, okay, I understand why her rebound is the way it is, but I think they need to buff her defense. I think her having worse defense, hear me out before I said you would like worse defense, having worse defense than Jimmy, stat wise, mind you, stat wise. This is just stat wise. Having worse defense than Jimmy, Big Joe, and who else? How is understandable, but those other two centers I just named is kind of crazy to me, especially since they do more than defense. While Krista is strictly defense and rebounding, I think they should at least buff her stat. That's just my opinion, because you got Hal, who has the highest defensive stat on the center, and you got Sienna too. I forgot to mention Sienna. Sienna too, who just dropped, has better defensive stat than Krista. Big Joe has better defensive stat than Krista, and then Jimmy too, better defensive stat than Krista. I think they should look at least her drive and jump shot block, because it's a 216. I think they should at least buff it to 229. I was gonna ask for jump shot block too.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but I think for her to be my whole persona is defense, and I have offensive characters who have better defense than me, stat wise again, is kind of crazy to me. That's why I'm thinking they should at least, same thing with Little Fox again. You have characters who are offensive characters who have higher still, like Cindy has a 191 still, and her whole thing is, well, she's a balanced point guard, but still I look at her as an offensive point guard, and she has a higher still than Little Fox. He has a 165, and his whole description is defensive point guard. So that just does not make sense to me. So I think they should at least buff her stats, so at least the 229, the driving jump shot block. I was thinking perimeter defense, but still, I don't think his shooting's all that good. I think Lee's shooting is solid to me. His passives carry him kind of like Rebecca. In my opinion, his P5. If you get him to P5, his shooting helps him much better than him at P4.
Don't get me started on Lee. I can't stand Lee. I can't stand Lee.
Now,
And it's not that I'm saying that Lee's a bad character. I just hate the people that made him because they're terrible.
she needs.
They're just terrible leagues. And I think his passives don't really work well with what he does. Like, they're not bad. It's just people don't pay attention to what his passive is. So it doesn't, like, it's just everyone builds him the same way. And it's like, that's why I say, like, he's also one of the most overrated centers on this game. Because nobody builds him right. Everyone just builds him for 3-point, and then when they get him to P6, everybody picks step back. Like, I don't know that's what you're going to do.
I think I'm the only person who wants the snatch block on Lee.
I've seen a few other people do it.
No,
It's not many, but I've seen a few other people do it. Like, I'm personally, I probably would go with step back just because of how I play. But he's not gonna. My Lee is gonna be a balanced Lee.
Okay.
Like, there's I can't think of his name, but there's a Lee on. I know him when I see him because he always runs Lee, but he has a balanced Lee. So when I say balanced, I mean he shoots mid ranges and 3-pointers.
Hey, I
So
respect that.
you really gotta lock in on it. The majority of people, they just building for 3 points. So I ain't really gotta worry about you at the mid range. That's why,
Hmm.
dude, I can just let you go sit your butt in the corner, and I'll just wait for you to get the ball to run up on you, because you're not gonna do anything else.
That's how
That's why I
I'm.
think, like, they don't learn these characters. Like,
Hmm.
it's okay to build these characters balanced. Like, run 3 point success, go to your P buff, run 3 point success and mid range for you to have an aggressive and an effective lead. If you're not shooting mid ranges with your lead, bro, you just another big out there on the court.
That's how I have my league built too. I'm running big dogs, middies, and Lee's success rate. So I have all my centers to be shooting all around. But
Hmm.
I see where you're coming from. Now the power forwards. Okay, I'm gonna start off the power forwards. I think two power forwards need a buff. I'm just gonna say this just because players keep saying Lulu. I really don't think Lulu needs a buff, but I'm gonna say Lulu. If they buff Lulu, just her shooting, but I really don't think she's in need of a buff.
Well, I mean, her P6 is gonna be her buff.
Exactly.
So
But I think realistically, hear me out. I think Double D, and when I say Double D, I think his balance most importantly, which I'll talk about in a second. His balance and maybe even his dunk stat. Because I was looking at this the other day and I didn't even realize that his dunk stat is kind of crazy. But his balance though, because his balance is a 191, which is it's not bad. That's pretty good. But all the other power forwards are besides Lulu and like Faye and Marisol are sitting on a 191 or a 204. And then I look at Giant G, which kind of was crazy. He has a 217
two
balance.
something.
Yes, a
Hmm.
217. And I'm like, he has a dunk too that scales off of balance. So I'm like, they could at least did a 204, and I'll be like, all right, I can work with that. But still, I think if they look at if they buff Double D, just his balance, and then maybe even his dunk stat, because it's a 161, and all like Faye has a 178, and then Clark has a 185. So I'm like, why is his dunk stat? It's not low, but that's kind of crazy how he's a dunking character, and his stats is lower than both of their stats. So I think they should have just buff that a little bit if they want to buff it. I think he's in a solid spot, but mainly his balance is what I'm more edging for. Is his balance. He's a character that goes off of balance, but he does not have any balance.
No, that makes sense.
Hmm.
That makes sense. For is that you said you had two?
Yeah, Lulu. I was
Okay.
just, I was just talking to them. Lulu, I really don't think she really needs a buff. If they buff her, I would say maybe her shooting, but I think Lulu is fine. Just wait until she gets a P6 to see what she can work with. But I think Lulu's in an okay spot right now, if I'm being honest.
All right. For me, it's going.
Hmm.
Well, I agree with you on Double D. I think Double D's balance just needs to be a little bit. It needs to
Hmm.
be over 200.
Yeah,
Like
facts.
his dunk does scale off
Hmm.
his balance, and I think that needs to be higher. And I
Hmm.
think I think the reason why they have it so low is because they didn't want him
Oh.
to be too broken. But
Hmm.
if you run a balanced ice cream
Hmm.
and a balanced pet, bruh, them paint dunks, you're gonna be getting them on the majority of the bigs that you run across. You're gonna get that animation on the majority of the bigs that you run across. Like I said, now I said the majority, not all of them. So if you're still running against, I wouldn't try it against a giant G. But for the most part, the rest of them, no, you can spam dunks on just about the entire roster. The only other person I would buff out of the power force would be Marisol. I just
Hmm.
want her rebounding to be a little bit higher.
Really?
Yeah, like
Okay.
for her to have, she cannot rebound like at
Okay.
all.
Yeah,
Like she's a
I
terrible
can
rebounder. Like
I can see where you're coming from.
for me to get her, like I have max rebounding on her. I had to get a rebound, I had to boost her rebound stat wise. And hold on, let me go to it real quick. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So I had to boost the stat. I still don't have a rebound card on her. So I had to use my pet as a rebound just to get max rebounding on her. And I think my pet was like I think it's like plus 24, just so I can get max rebound, so I can actually, because if your rebound ain't up there, tip
Hmm.
pad the rebound tip pass is not gonna really save you. You need to max that rebound out for that to be effective.
Okay. Chat says she'll be too good if they buff her rebound, and then Chat also pointed out something that I just totally
Probably.
forgot. Deacon, I totally forgot. I mentioned at the start of the video too. I do think Deacon needs a buff. I'm being honest. I think if they buff Deacon, they need to be careful with it because he did receive a nerf like a couple years ago, and him on launch day was crazy. But I think they can at least buff his defense. Hear me out. Just one balance his defense out. 194 flat, 194 jump shot block, 194 driving jump shot block, and then his skills. I just think shoulder charge. Don't buff it to what it used to be, but make it like more where you just can hit it more often. Because it's so, in my opinion,
Or like add some add a little more success rate to it.
there you go. That's pretty much. Deacon is pretty much the only character I really need to see buffed on the power forward and double D. All right, small forwards. What you thinking, D Money? You doing open lobbies, Killer? Oh my bad. I'm not on the game right now. We're just chatting about threes and stuff, and I was playing old stream. You can
Alright. For small forwards,
Mm-hmm.
it's two. It's two for me, and honestly, it's really just Carter.
Yeah.
Like I hate how they have his stats mixed up. Like he's so slow, and I love playing Carter. I know a lot of people just don't really care. I personally like playing Carter.
I didn't even realize that. That's crazy.
Yeah, Carter's slow, man. He's there's nothing really super great about him. Like Carter was actually like the first true lockdown character
Yeah.
when he came out, and he just kind of just faded away because what he was supposed to do, shot impediment, hadn't been introduced as a P buff yet.
Yeah.
And I don't think, actually no, there was no impaired pets at that time either. So it was like, it kind of works. You need to run, like, you need impaired to help with that. Outside of that, his jump shot block is not high. I think it's like a 160, 150.
I got you. It's a 153.
Yeah, and it's okay, I guess. And
Yeah, but I see where you're
again,
coming from.
I guess at the time when he was out,
Mhm.
it was fine. His steal is a 165. Like you're literally, if you're playing Carter, you're literally just out there to knock down open middies. I mean, you can build them for 3-point.
Yeah.
You're basically out there just to try to make plays and play lockdown D, but he is so slow.
Okay.
A 140.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that until you said it, because like I play Carter every now and then. I think he's like, I enjoy playing Carter, but I did not realize that how slow. That's him and Lou are the slowest small forwards. But I understand Lou, but Carter, a character who's supposed to provide defense for you, being that slow is kind of insane.
And you can literally just like run around him.
Yeah.
And that's annoying. Like I get what they tried to do with his kid. Like he has that sliding defense animation, which it kind of works, but not. He's a bad character. He's also someone, I think, as much as I love playing Carter, he is someone that I do think is a bad character. Like I get what they were trying to do, and at the time when he was out, it worked, but the shine faded off him.
Yeah, they did buff him a while back too.
I don't know what I mean. I guess bump his it's not just bump his speed. You need to bump his speed. You need to bump his jump shot block or his steal. One or the other. Pick the struggle.
No, I 100% agree with you. I was gonna say Carter too. I think I didn't even realize the speed until you pointed out. That's crazy. I think they need to buff his speed to 165. I think because his stamina is a 165, so I think they should just have it both even. And then defense, I think he should be the second best defensive small forward, almost like the best alongside with what's his name, Jack.
They need to have him like right under the meta.
Yes, I think
he needs to be right under whatever your top defensive meta small forward is.
I think they should buff his jump shot block to 165, which is the same as Lou's and Nathan. I was going to say 178, but I was going to say his steal is mainly what they should focus on, because his steal is a 165, which is, well, at the time, I think before they buffed him was a 140, but his steal is a 165 now. I think they should buff it to 204. I know that's asking for a lot, but there's really no small forwards who really specialize in stealing other than You can make an argument for Lou if you have Lou built for that, but Carter is really the only, minus Lou, if you have her built like that, is the only small forward who really, specializes in stealing. So I think they should buff it still to 204 and then the jump shot block to 165. I was gonna say at least a 191 minimum and then a 178 because Will has a 178 jump shot block. So I'm like that would be very good to have his jump shot block 178. But that's just how I feel, and I think they should kind of tweak his shot and pin. It's Carter. We're talking about Carter.
I was gonna say that. And buff that impaired on him.
Kind of tweak it. I don't think they should make it absolutely broken where it's just like, oh, you just I'll go up to them and just hold R1 and then boom. But I think it should be more skillful, if you know what I mean. They just need it like
outside of him. No, actually that's perfect. But outside of him, I wouldn't say this person necessarily needs a buff. This is just more hate on me. Would be Nathan, because I don't understand how people. And I think maybe it's because they're running extra 3-point success rate and I'm not. Because my Nathan is so inconsistent at threes. It just, bro, I get so frustrated with my Nathan. I'm like, bro, I'm still working on his tree. I'm like halfway through it, but it's like, bro, sometimes I just brick wide open threes for no reason with him. And it annoys the hell out of me.
I can see where you're coming from because I be seeing people hit stuff with Nathan and I do the same exact thing just to miss it. And I'm like, okay, that's why I don't play Nathan too.
His range is weird too.
Yeah, I think
something's not right with his 3-point range. It's like you got to be right on the line to shoot a three. Because I swear, like if you like an extra step back behind that line, you always get that out of range icon popping up on your screen.
But I also do think D-Money is just like how your P-buffs are too, because a lot of people who use Nathan have their P-buffs centered around Nathan, like half court, success rate, and drive speed. Those are the but you run more like a defensive hybrid, setup. So I think that's the main reason why your Nathan is just,
I'm gonna just run mid-range Nathan then.
I also think Joey, which is crazy, but I think Joey needs a buff. I think his scoring stats are low, and Joey did receive a nerf for those who didn't know. Joey's midi used to be a 218. Now it's a 191. I'm not saying buff it to what it used to be, but I'm just like, I like to reminisce about Joey back in the days. Like, man, Joey used to be that guy. I think him not being on par with these two-way players like Jack, if you look at Jack, you can say Jack is a better offensive character than Joey is, and I would even be mad at you. I'd be like, I can see where you're coming from, stat-wise, mind you, stat-wise. I think they should buff his three-pointer to 140, and then his midi just to like either a 204, which minimum, and then like 216, but I know that's asking for too much, but at least just buff his shooting stats to the next tier is all I want to see on him.
For me, I'm not mad at that, but for me, I would say buff his 3-point stat. And the only reason why I say buff his 3-point stat over his mid-range is because the majority of Joey's and the Joey's from back in the day, they don't shoot mid-range. They all build from 3-point. So I would just say, if you want to feed some life back into Joey, just buff his 3-point. Nope, I don't see mid-range Joey's.
Mid-range Joey is underrated too. It's weird.
It's not bad. It's just weird to see a mid-range Joey. It's just weird. And on top of that, and some people don't realize, Joey actually has the best dribble mix-up on this game. Like his mix-up is better than Oxwing. Like you can get worked by Joey in the corner like nobody's business, and it ain't nothing you can do about it.
Facts.
So it's like at that point you'll get crossed out your shoes by Joey, but they'll still brick because they got a low 3-point stat.
Okay.
So it's just, I would say, if you want to put life back into him, just boost his 3-point.
Okay.
Because nobody nobody's really running mid-range. Like it's just weird. It's weird to see. It really is. And then on top of that, the ones that run, and this is why I think I hate manual block. It's such an overuse. Like manual block, like I get what they were trying to do with it for him, but it annoys me to see manual block on Joey's. And on top of that, it kind of annoys me to see him with that pump fake turnaround shot too.
Yeah.
Because like
Quick.
it's not bad on him, but it's one of those things where once I know you got it, you're not gonna get it again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I think they could have did better with him. He just needs another set of P6 abilities.
Okay.
Like if they work for you, they work for you. I just think they should have gave him something else. What? I don't know. I just think they could have gave him something else better for his P6 abilities.
All right. Next is the point guards. I'll start it off. I think there's 2 point guards. I'll kind of talk about another one. I really don't think she needs a buff, but I'll add her. But I think Mika and Little Fox. Mainly Little Fox. Now, Mika, I really don't think Mika needs a buff. I just would like to see her still higher just because I run a still Mika. She has 165. And personally, I don't think any point guard should have lower than a 165 or lower than 178, my bad. Because, they're known for stealing the ball. Professor is he's in a solid spot. They did kind of nerf him. I'll talk about that in a second, though. But Little Fox, mainly Little Fox is a point guard who I think is in need of a buff. Now, I think they should revert his nerf. He did get nerfed to his scoring. Back then, he wasn't bad. It's just people were having trouble keeping up with him because he has that little speed dash, and then he was a solid shooter back then. I think they should give him back some of his scoring abilities, if I'm being 100% honest, for him to, kind of fit in the meta low-key, especially his mid-range, and then...
Just a solid stat boost.
Yeah, and then his defense, mainly his steal. I can't get over his steal. His steal is a 165. Please tell me why you're a defensive point guard with a 165 steal. His jump shot block is cool, though. He has a 153. That is absolutely good for a guard. But a 165 steal for somebody who's a defensive guard is something I cannot get over. I would like to see
it's higher than that. It's a 178.
His steal?
Yeah.
It's a 165. I'm looking right here.
Looking at it.
Go to growth, right? Because you probably have the boost stats. Go to growth where you like.
No,
it's bro. Look, I'm looking right here. It says a 165. I'm gonna screenshot this too.
I'm gonna screenshot it too. I'm looking at it.
It says a 160. Unless that's just my little. I swear I'm looking at a 165. Let me send it to chat. Yeah, it's a 165. Either way, I feel like it should be at least a 204. Is what I'm hinting at. Which might sound crazy, but I think it should be.
Oh no! You know what? Yeah, y'all right. My bad. I forgot. It's the additional stats from the P buff.
But him having a 165 is crazy for him to be a defensive guard. I need to see minimum of 191, but I want to see a 214 to 26. Not 214. 204 to 216. Oh, no. I need to see that. I don't care. I need to see him steal the ball. I need to pull out Little Fox to steal the ball. That's pretty much what I'm hinting at.
Nah, you're right. For me, I agree with you on the Fox. It still needs to be higher. I think they need to. I don't like that speed.
The
passing
Sonic
that he has.
Yeah.
That's not. I don't like that. No, just increase his normal speed and call it a day. That I don't like that. There's extra buttons I gotta push this for him to run fast. I ain't got time for all that. That's stupid. But one person, I ain't gonna lie. At first, I was gonna say Mika.
Okay.
But honestly, I think her P6 and her P7 kind of saved her. Because once upon a time, I used to think Mika was like one of the worst point guards on here.
Yeah.
Because what would happen is if you're in a close game, there was a thing where people only pulled out Mika for one play. And that was like, if it was like you only needed 1 point, so they'll pull her out for that alley-oop that nobody could really block at 1 point.
Yeah.
But her P6 and her P7 saved her. I want to see Pedro back to his old ways. I think Pedro, even though he got his P7,
I can respect
even
that.
though he has a steal.
I can respect that. It's just me hating on him. I forgot about him, but I can respect it.
It's Shabbai showing again.
And honestly, I can agree with you on that one. I think they keep taking his defense away from him, and I don't understand, as your whole persona is a defensive guard, why do you take the only thing they're known for? You know what I mean? I think they just need to revert, not to his very beginning where he was, but at least before they start nerfing his stats. Because he had a 165 jump shot block. I think they just need to give him that, and Pedro's automatically, you know, very good. I just think they just need to give him that, if I'm being honest, and then he'd be solid.
For me, I'm not mad at the jump shot block thing. I would say for me, I want him to be faster.
Faster?
Yes, I want him to be faster. I think, what's his base?
That's a 191.
Yeah, I need that faster. I need that up. I need that. I need that at like a 210.
A 210.
I need Pedro speed to be at like a 210. And it was one other thing. Oh yeah, I need his passive buff.
The game still one or the one he slows you down?
Where he slows you down. Like there was once upon a time you can tell when you had a Pedro guarding you.
And now it's just
it
not
the
even noticeable.
Same thing with Lou. You can tell when the Lou is guarding you. Like you really feel that because you feel like, what's wrong with my, like you slow as hell. Like no, I need that buff.
I actually respect
you don't even feel that anymore. You don't even feel that anymore.
I respect that. Now, I think I can agree with you on that one. To make Pedro more, I think they should buff this passive. Buff it not like crazy, but buff it to where you notice like a Pedro's on you. Like I shouldn't have to pull out a Jack to guard an Ox. I should be able to stay in front of Ox because I'm using Pedro. You know what I mean? And then if they buff his passive, I could agree with you on a steal. Then I would have to revert what I said about his 165 jump shot block. But I do think it should be on par with at least Lil Fox. Because it's a 140. I think at least a 153 should be solid enough. I could work with that.
With that, honestly, I think just if you build them right, I think just if you get a good solid jump shot block card, I think that'll take care of that.
Okay.
Honestly.
And then there was another point guard I wanted to talk. Oh, back to Little Fox. Another thing is he's known as supersonic, but he's not even the fastest point guard. I'm gonna need them to touch his speed. Because I see Janessa with a 224, and I see Ox with a 216, and a Yuno with a 216. I mean, my bad, at 224. Why is her speed so high? Hold on, let me look at real quick.
I got my Claire at 240.
See, 229, like, you know what I mean? At least a 229. I just need to see that, supersonic, and he's not even the fastest point guard. It don't make sense.
He's not. No, you need to be like if his whole MO is supposed to be like a defensive press. The same thing with Pedro. Like you're supposed to. I need to know that Pedro's on the court. Like you're supposed to feel like, all right, Pedro about to run down on me. I need you to feel that. And I need the same thing with Lil Fox. That supersonic speed thing is like, dude, it's no point in using that. Like I've never. It's rare that I'm in a situation to where I need to use that. So it's like, no, just get rid of that altogether and give him. I don't care. Actually, what I felt like they should have did with him, instead of having this a P6 ability, I would say get rid of that and give him layup hands instead of making that a
and
P6
embedded in his kit. That's actually valid. Yeah. They had it as his trailer too. They had it as his trailer, and I'm like, where's layup pass? I don't even see it. That's valid. That's valid. Okay. The shooting guards. I'll let you start off. The shooting guards. Do you think any of the shooting guards need to be buffed? And if so, what shooting guards? I already know one you're going to say, but...
Definitely Nadia. And Noah needs a rework.
Okay. I 100% agree with you. Like, go ahead.
Everyone else is fine. Fred just needs his... We just got to wait for Fred and see what they give him for his P6, P7. Hopefully, I think they'll do right by Fred. I actually have high hopes for Fred. I think they'll be all right with him. But Nadia, I think Nadia needs a buff to her imped, and they need to buff, either get rid of it and give her something else, or buff that her screen dodge.
Okay.
Because ever since Fox came out with the
slip screens and stuff, the hard screen.
The slip screen, it doesn't work. And now everyone has the lean. Now everybody has leaning screen now.
Yeah.
So that little slot. I mean, yeah, it's cool that y'all gave it to Marisol, but it doesn't really work with her either. So it's like y'all need to either buff it or just give her something else altogether. I would say either buff and give her jump shot block.
Yeah.
Her jump shot block needs to be higher. If she is supposed to be a two-way, like her steal is serviceable, I'm cool with the steal. But I think we need to bump her jump shot block as well. Like I'm running, and it's weird because I don't really play none of the other shooting guards outside of Jason.
Yeah.
But my P buffs are centered around Nadia. I don't run any. I don't run any success rate. It's literally a mid range Nadia. I run imped, normal movement speed, and jump shot block.
Okay.
That is literally all I run. Now I can make it work on the shooting guards,
Yeah.
but it's gonna look kind of weird if you see me out there shooting for mid ranges with Una, which I've done. It works. So I mean, look, don't knock it till you try it, but and people be looking at me like, hey, did the bucket go in or did it go? All right, quit complaining. I made the shot, goddamn. For Noah needs a complete. I don't say a complete rework, but
he needs a
he's
rework.
just a bad. He's a bad character.
On paper, it looks good, but nah.
It looks good on paper, but it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, it's like y'all tried to out professor with Noah, and it just didn't work. It failed miserably. Like his crossover thing that's cool. That's fine. I'm cool with that. Manual layup, yeah, take it or leave it. It's okay. Layup pass, I'm cool with that. Very underrated skill. It's running floater. It was okay when it came out. I don't know what the hell happened to it. I would say just go ahead and give him Rebecca's floater and just call it a day. Give him Rebecca's floater. I think that'll make him better. Running pass, I hate running pass. It works for him for the most part because you don't really because it's a different. It's hard to explain. It's a different set of buttons when you're playing him.
Yeah.
So you're less likely to try to attack the rim and pass the ball when you actually want to do your floater. If that makes sense.
No, I see where you're coming from.
Outside of that, nutmeg is stupid.
No,
nutmeg needs to go away.
I was gonna get to yapping on that. I don't understand that skill to this day too. I've never seen anybody use it. I think it was a waste of skill. How do you I've never seen anybody use that skill. So like I just don't understand. And then his passive too. That little you steal the ball, it goes yeah, yes, bro. I'm like
that's dumb too. It's like that the nutmeg thing. I even asked, has anyone used it or ever seen? Like, you actually have to make yourself use it. Like, a lot of people don't know you can use this on, you can nutmeg off steals and blocks. But it's like, why would I do that? To attack the paint? Like, no, if anything, I'm going to pump fake and then sidestep for a three. I'm not going to pump fake or wait for you to swipe so I can go between your legs and try to take a layup or a floater. Like, that's too much. And I understand, like, this game does take some thought, but that's too much.
That's fine.
Like, I ain't got time to be trying to hit Mortal Kombat combos. that's too much, bro. That's too much. Back dribble is cool. I'm cool with back dribble. That's fine. What do you got for P6? You got double clutch, shooting touch, kill pass. Those are fine. It's really personal preference on those. And yeah, that it's okay. The if you steal it, the ball just flies up in the air and he gets the board. That's like y'all couldn't come up with nothing else.
They just gave up. they just gave up.
Oh yeah, and you got the one more. He has a Carolina's passive too. I forgot about that. Where
the dribbling and okay.
You bump him and he doesn't turn the ball over.
Okay, I forgot about that.
That's fine. He can keep it. That's really about it.
I think the characters you mentioned too. I think only those two. First, I'm gonna talk about Nadia. Now, I think Nadia is a solid shooting guard. Like, I enjoy Nadia. But every time I play Nadia, she does some BS to make me dislike her. But stat-wise, before I talk about her skills, stat-wise, I just think her defense, because she's a two-way player. But I look at the other two-way players, and I'll be like, And I look at her offense stat-wise, and her defense stat-wise. Now, I'll understand her offense stat-wise because she provides defense as well. But I look at her defense. Her defense is not bad, don't get me wrong. But her defense is not crazy. Like, when I look at somebody like Jack, I know I shouldn't be comparing it to, but still, if I look at somebody like Jack and someone like Nadia, it just doesn't make sense. Like, he has, stat-wise, his defense is amazing, and stat-wise, his offense is also amazing. When I look at her scoring, why does she have a 114 three-pointer? I know she's centered around going to the paint and shooting mid-range, but I still can't get over the fact that this shit is 114. And then her still is very, like you mentioned, it's solid. You can work with it. I personally think you should at least buff it to a 204. And her jump shot block, I want to see at least a 153 because a 127 too, in my opinion, is kind of pretty low for a two-way player. She only
Yeah.
has her stills to offer, and I think her jump shot block should be higher. Like Walker has a higher jump shot block than her too, which is kind of crazy to me since she's a two-way player. And at least a 127 three-pointer. I know that she specializes in, like, you know, attacking the paint and shooting mid-range, but I think they should at least give her a little boost to her three-point stat. It wouldn't hurt to see her midi stat a little higher too, because it's only a 191. Like, you look at Jack, he has a 204. Actually, when he dropped, he had a 229 and a 140. Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. So it wouldn't hurt just to buff like her shooting just a little bit, and then her screen move. I think they need to at least. I'm not saying she should be the only character that shouldn't be affected by screens, because that kind of would be crazy. But I think they should consider it, because the way, like like you mentioned, everybody can set screens and stuff like that, and then especially characters like blocks and stuff like that, that still does not work. I feel like they should buff it to where she shouldn't be affected by screens. I don't know how that's gonna work. That sounds kind of broken, but she would be the only character with that. I guess Marisol too, but still, she'll be the only character with that. And then her P5 move. Her P5 move does not make sense to me. I think they should rework this. I think you should be dunking over your opponents, not your teammates. I don't know how that makes.
About that.
I don't know how that makes sense. I think they should change this to where you're dunking over the opponents. I know that sounds broken, but I think you should at least take two people to block. Like, oh, I'm dunking over one opponent, and then the other person should be able to block it. That's just my opinion, because why am I choosing to dunk over my teammate?
You're right. The assistant, and the thing, you have to communicate that. Like,
exactly too.
And like right there, set a screen for you, and then you gotta, like, for anyone who's never actually tried it, you gotta aim that. Like, nobody does that. Like, it's like I have to be in a match, and I have to be communicating with you. Hey, set a screen right there so I can dunk off your shoulder. Like, bro, come on now. And then it's really not that effective, because you really, like, I remember one day I got cards set up for it, and I was like trying to, like, bro, you'll still miss a bunch of those. Like, it's dope when you get it, but it's still like, all right, let me lock in, because this is a stupid move. This is a dumb move. But I agree with you on everything. Like, they definitely they need to. I don't know. I don't know what they would do with that, or I guess make it to where it's something like double D's.
Yeah. Okay.
Where, like, I can really dunk on somebody.
Okay, that's valid. And then
Or
Phoenix.
Be like, I don't know how you would scale it though.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have a high balance.
Phoenix. They should probably scale it off like her short distance, because she has a high short distance dunk actually, which is a 178. So they probably
scale it off the stat.
Yeah. Phoenix, her dunk is blockable. Not only is it blockable, it's insanely easy to block. I was getting blocked by, like, Sydneys and Gingers and stuff like that, and I was just shaking my head. They really need to, like, buff that dunk like crazy. Like, make it to, like, how D Money mentioned it, like, double D's, because when you do double D's dunk, you can't block it, or kind of like Jimmy's too. But that kind of be broken too. I don't know. They just need to rework it. Is pretty much what I'm hinting at. And then Noah, I honestly, I don't know what they could do to Noah. Like, I think they need to rework him. I like the idea of him being able to pass, be able to score on the inside if needed, and shoot. But like you mentioned, I think they was trying to make him like Professor, and they just failed so bad. They just need to rework his whole kit. His dribbling specifically. I think that they just need to look at his dribbling and see how they can really cook up with his dribbling and, like, blend it nicely. Be able to combo all his dribbling skills into his kit. I don't know. Noah right now, though, he's just
a bad character.
He is,
like,
like,
not knocking nobody again. Not knocking nobody that plays him. It's just you know, as somebody that plays him.
Yes, like,
talk to the people that play him. You know, as a person that played him, his kid is terrible.
It is, but, like, you can't do, like, I tried so hard to vouch for him. I tried, like, my cards on Noah 2 are pretty good. Like, I tried to vouch for him, but you just can't. And his floaters too, don't get me started. Like, his floaters is so terrible. It just doesn't make sense how I'm missing 3 back-to-back floaters wide open. Like, I genuinely want to delete 3-on-3 every time I miss a floater with him. But I got Rebecca and then Jessie. I don't run it on her, but Jessie's floater is better than Noah's. And I'm like, okay, bro. Oh, okay.
Like his only saving grace, like he does get a little bit of additional success rate to it
Mm-hmm.
at once you max his tree out, but
So
it's still not bad. It's still bad.
they need a.
Now I will say this now to go back to the point guard, which the next new character is more than likely going to be a shooting guard.
Yeah,
I
I seen
think
that. Mhm.
Kaji should have been a
A sh-
shooting guard.
His stats
And
is weird, but continue.
not only should he be a shooting guard, I think his stats should have been similar to Nadia's.
Okay.
As far as like instead of giving him that what is it, like a 178 3-pointer,
Yeah, he has a
I think they
178 3-pointer.
I think they should have lowered that and just go ahead and make him a mid-range shooter.
Hmm.
I think Kaji is way better as a mid-range shooter than he is as a 3-point shooter. I think
Okay.
they should just went ahead and made him a 2 guard and just make him a mid-range shooter. He can be way more aggressive offensively if he's a mid-range shooter.
He has a lot of stun.
So,
That's valid.
so hopefully for the next shooting guard, which more than likely I said the next new character is probably going to be a shooting guard, which we'll probably have late December.
Okay.
Is what I'm thinking. Hopefully it's a. This is just me. I know it because I'm all the shooting guards, 3-point shooters except for Nadia. Just can I get another mid-range?
Yeah.
I want a 2-way. I want a
Mhm.
legit 2-way shooting guard. The only other person that comes close to being a 2-way shooting
Is
guard
Yuna.
would be
Walker too.
Yuna and Walker.
Yeah, Walker has very good
And-
jump shot block.
And they don't feel like 2-way guards.
Exactly. All right. Speculation. I feel like the new shooting guard is gonna come out November 16th because that's when 3-on-3 is supposed to have a big update. It could be speculations, but the way they've been dropping these characters, like I can't even get a month to like save my money and like relax in peace. You know, the way they've just been dropping these characters is kind of crazy. So it's just speculations. I could be 100% wrong, but I feel like she's gonna drop on November 16th. I also feel like we all know she's gonna have to be a 2-way player because you look at Nathan's group. His group out of all the characters arguably are probably the best at their position. You can make a strong argument for that. Like you look at Nathan, one of the top 2-point guards, depends who you ask. If you look at Nathan himself, the best small forwards. If you look at Marisol, top 2, top 3 power forward, depends who you ask. And if you look at Sienna, personally, in my opinion, I think she's the best center. I feel like she's going to be very good. I feel like she's obviously going to have defense because one thing they all have in common is they're good at defense and they know how to generate offense, whether that be playmaking, offense, or whatever. I feel like she's going to be like a 2-way threat. Obviously defense, but I feel like she might be, I don't want to say this, but I feel like she might be like a MC, not an MC, but somebody who's good at dunking. You know what I mean? Somebody who's good at dunking and who can also like shoot very well. I feel like that might be her playing style.
You know what's crazy? Like if you look at that group, and regardless of whatever it is they do with the shooting guard, it kind of makes you want to play a 5v5 with those characters. It
Yeah.
Really
They all dunk. Yeah, I've noticed that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they made her like Lou at the shooting guard position, who's able to generate defense too. Maybe even playmaking. Hopefully, because if they add playmaking to her kid and she's able to play defense and generate offense too, that's my main. Promise you.
I just need someone I can run like a 1-2 punch with the shooting guards because
D Money made
I
a
don't run 3-point success on my shooting guards anymore.
you made a valid point too. There's not like all the shooting guards they have. Well, most of them have high mid-range stat, but they don't really specialize in shooting middies. If you know what I mean. Like all of them specialize in.
They want you. It's like you can build, and I always tell people like, especially like if you're trying to run Jason, and even Carolina, you have to make people respect your mid range, and if you don't, we kind of know what you're gonna do. Like you're just gonna be fishing for that step back all goddamn day. So it's like it won't kill you to throw some mid range on them, at least one card. Like shoot a mid range every now and then. Oh, and another thing, those new Kims, you know, let me ask you something. Do you find that I feel like the newer Kims are harder to guard than veteran Kims?
They just straight shoot fadeaways, the straight middies too. Like they do everything, especially when it comes to middies. Like they don't care. They'll spam that fadeaway and it goes in too. It goes into. It makes me so sick. I'm like, all right.
I'm like, bro, they will sell a game behind that fade. They do not care. They don't pass the ball. They be like, nope, this fadeaway is working, and I'm gonna fade you all goddamn day. You be like, bruh, I hate you so much. Get off the game. Get
That's
off
so
the
valid.
game.
Okay, I think that wraps everything up. We talked about everything. I still personally would go with
I want to
Lulu.
debate. I want to debate.
D Money brought up
I ain't trying to-
valid points, but
don't try
I
to
still
speak for me.
personally go with Lulu.
That's
But
your bias,
wait,
don't
we're gonna wait till we get her P6, P7. There's gonna be an update tomorrow. I highly recommend checking D Money's channel. I'm gonna put his channel in my description too.
It's not a recommendation, it's a demand. Y'all better check the video out if you don't, and y'all better hit that like button. Y'all be
Facts.
wrong.
It's
Hit that
poetry
like
right here.
Hit that like button.
Anything you would like to say before I end this?
Big Dog still the #1 point guard in the game. I
Okay.
said what I said. Ox Queen is still trash. You ain't nothing without your drive speed. And for the people who holler about I hate impaired, I do not care. I will run it on every character they let me run it on. I don't care.
I respect that.
That sounds like a skill issue on your part. And people be quick to holler about you run impaired because you can't play defense. That's the dumbest argument I ever heard. Some people actually say, because I'm like, dude, you run drive speed on your ox because you can't shake nobody off you.
Mm-hmm.
That is the dumbest. I will tell. All right, before I ain't gonna get too long with it, but I will tell you why I run impaired. So before ox came out, before impaired was really a thing, the game would actually reward you for playing good defense.
Facts.
So you contest the shot as best as you can. You don't get the block, but you still give a good contest, and it's a miss. It's all up in the air as far as the RNG. Ox Queen basically made it to where if you're not running impaired or you don't get that block, it is a bucket.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, a lot of people don't know this, but I'm a man of the people. I'm gonna give y'all some game on impaired. Impaired is effective on every shot to different degrees. Impaired works on layups, it works on dunks, it works on mid-range, it works on three-point succession. It just works at different degrees. Of course, it's more effective on three-pointers than it is on mid-range and less so on the other shots. But yes, once upon a time, like you can literally take a Lulu and stand under the rim and spam blind defense and watch people miss dunks over you. That was a thing. If you have it high enough, it can happen. And I'm telling you because I've been running impaired since impaired's been in the game. I remember the update when impaired came out. The impaired update came out when Nadia came out. They even introduced it in Astro rank during that same update, and people hated it. I loved it because it was the funniest rank you could run because everybody was breaking everything. Now, outside of that, what helps you shoot against impaired is mid-range shots. Impaired is less effective on mid-range shots, so you have to have an ungodly amount for someone to be breaking mid-ranges over impaired. But if you want to be able to shoot over it somewhat more consistently, you need to level up your quick points. If you're not leveling up your freestyles, you're going to have a long day. I even put up a video. I want to say one of my last gameplay videos I put up. I forgot his name. I think you ran with him a few days. I can't think of his name.
Cloudy?
But he was running, no, I can't remember. But he was running Ox Queen. One of the better Ox Queens I've seen. And he's a really small Ox Queen.
His name is Almighty, right?
No.
Oh, okay. No.
He got a good one too, but no, it's Ayo something. I don't know, something. It's like I said, it's one of the last videos I did when I was running on.
Okay.
He dropped 20 on me, but it took him 20 shots to get that 20 on me. But what I kept noticing is, and like I said, I have a lot of input on my Nadia. What I noticed is he's really smart with his shooting guards. He never takes a regular shot. That's number one. And when I say a regular shot, like every shot he took was a freestyle. So he'll get the ball, so his teammate will pass him the ball while he's deep off in the corner to where he know I can't press him.
Right.
And he'll go ahead and pump fake so he can get his freestyle activated, right?
Right.
And then what I don't really jump a lot when I'm playing Nadia. Like I kind of want to see what your freestyle level is. This dude had like a level 3, level 4 freestyle.
Damn.
So I'm like, why is this? I'm like, what is he shooting? And I'm like, that's why. When I see it, because you can actually see what what level their freestyles is when they shoot. It pops up on the screen in purple, and like level 3 quick point, level 4 quick point. So that does help you shoot over. Now the thing is, it's a high investment to get your freestyles that high. Because I think you need 40 to get to level 1. You need
then
60
you
to
need
get to level 2.
60,
You
then
need
like 180.
130,
No,
180, something like that. Then you need like 300. So he had a really high, but then once I whipped out Lou, oh, it was over. It don't matter how high your freestyle is at that point. He ain't doing nothing with that Lou. But just to give y'all some game, level up your freestyles. That does help you shoot over imped. So, but at the same time, like I said, and again, imped ain't for everybody. This ain't me trying to get people to run imped.
Yeah.
I know how to shoot around imped. Everybody, it's not for everybody.
That's valid.
It's still an RNG thing. But like I said, that's the main reason why I run it. Ox literally made it to where it don't matter how good of a contestant, you're not running imped. Like, it's just gonna be a long day for you. And personally, that's why I hate Ox Queen. I can't stand to see Ox Queens go off for like 20, 30 points in a quarter.
That's valid.
Like, that's the most annoying. That's like the most annoying thing in the world. It's like, it don't matter how good of a defense, if your jump shot block ain't high enough, you're just not getting it. I'm like, bro, like, so I'm playing all the defense in the world, and this, man, bro, I hate that so much.
I respect it. I can see where you're coming from too.
And the funniest thing, Ox Queen wasn't even my first most hated character. My first most hated character was How, which is crazy because I actually like playing How now. But my dude I used to run with back in the day, in my older videos, he was the one that taught me to play How. How was actually fun to play, but I hated How at first.
Interesting.
Because I felt like everything that they gave How, I felt like they should have gave that to Luke.
Yeah, no, I don't like How either. I don't like the meta characters. Let me say that. I don't like the meta characters, but How, I don't
like having to resort to them.
Okay, that's even better. Like, I don't like pulling out. Like, there was this dude. I should have clipped it, but he was part of either Asia servers or EU servers. But his shots he was hitting some crazy shots, and it was hard to block him because he was a lagger. So I had to pull out Jack. I felt so nasty, but I was stopping him. Every possession, but I had to pull out Jack. I should not have to resort to pulling out Jack just to stop this dude. It made me feel so nasty because I hate playing Jack. I really do. Mm-hmm.
But you know what's crazy about Jack? I get why people. Here's my thing. I don't get why people play Aqua, but I understand why people play Jack. Jack is like just like fresh out the box, just at P5. Is a very rewarding character.
Facts.
Like, I get that. It makes sense why people want to play Jack. He's not exactly a hard player to grasp. There's nothing really too difficult about understanding this kid. Like, you should be able to be a decent Jack at P5 after, like, I want to say, after you run, like, maybe, like 4 or 5 games with him. You kind of understand what you need to do with Jack. It doesn't take a lot of investment. You can have a comp Jack with a bunch of silvers. Like, you don't need much with him. Like I said, I get why people playing, but yeah, at the same time, I hate having. I don't want to have to pull out. I'll say this: like, if I have to pull him out, then I got some type of respect for your game. At the same time, I probably don't like you because you're sweaty as hell because I have to pull him out. But like, at the same time, it's like if I got to pull out my Jack and I got to pull out Lou to stop you, then look, I tip my hat to you. You got it. You ain't gonna just get this win though, but.
Okay.
I hate having to resort to it. I don't like it. And at the same time, there are some other characters that are just, they're fun. Like Sienna, I love Sienna.
Sienna's Kanji right now
bro.
too. Kianji, I really love playing Kanji. I know he's like sub meta whatever, but I'm having so much fun on Kanji right now, and Sienna too, which is crazy.
With Kanji, it's like, here's the thing with Kanji. Kanji is dope, but it's like, if you're not doing anything defensively,
you got a point.
It's a long ass game. If you're not doing anything with it, it's like you have to be aggressive with them. If you're not doing anything with them, then it's just you just out there. Now, as far as Sienna is a bailout, bro. When I tell you, see
her passes and everything,
her pass would be bailing her, bro. When I tell you, my ping is 40 on East and 60 to 70 on West. Bro, when I know I'm just not going to get a board, I don't even really worried about getting boards. I just jump. Just wait for you to drop the ball. And it's the funniest thing. And people be getting so pissed.
That's valid.
I've had people even message me Like, bro, she is such a villain. Like, brother, that's why I play her. That's why I play her. Now, she's going to be more of a problem once I max out her tree. Because I hate her.
Yeah.
I hate her small mode. That when she gets small, I hate
Yeah,
that
you
mode.
should go for her. I'll personally, I was gonna go for a slim form, but I start playing her more, and I started thinking about it, I'm like, do I really want to do this? Like, I just stopped upgrading the tree because I'm like, I low key don't know if I want to go for her being slimmer quicker because she loses her dominance. That's the only thing about her
Yeah.
thick form is because how dominant in that passive. It only works when she's thick, and I'm like, hear me out. Don't judge me. The only reason I low key was going for her slim form is because I wanted to see her in her slim form more often. If I was being honest, but I got used to seeing her in her thick form, so I was like, it's okay, it's okay. I don't care no more.
Now, now I'll say this. Now, the one thing, she's the only character that can still do this at this point in the game. She's the only person. Like, if you have her big mode maxed out, to where she's in that mode longer, you
Hmm.
can actually play her an entire game.
Yeah, that's what I realized too. Her
That's like the
that's
dope thing about her.
her stamina debuff is what I love about her too. She's
Hmm.
the only character you can use both halves.
Both
Um,
halves if you have it maxed out, yeah.
she gets Nathan passive at when she's big too, but she activates it more often when she's in her slim form.
When she's in her slim form. Now, the
Yeah.
only other thing, and the one thing I do hate, I think the one thing that they should, I will say, well, the one knock that I have against her in her big form is that she's really slow.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
why
like if I got
mhm,
a big that's like super fast, I can't play as close to him as I want because
mhm.
they can literally just run around.
That's why
But when
Loki
she's smaller,
was
she does get
quick.
that speed boost.
Mhm.
But the only thing I wish they added to her was increase her jump shot block. That's the only other
Yeah.
thing I wish they would do. Like her, she gets the speed boost, she gets the long distance dunk stat boost.
Yeah, and
I
the
just wish they
faster
would have gave her jump
rebounds.
shot block. Yeah, the faster rebound too. I just wish they would have gave her a better jump shot.
I respect that. All right, everybody. Hey, again, I appreciate you joining D Money, our little debate slash podcast, whatever you want to call it.
The
Real,
debate I won. Make sure you change the title to D Money One. Put that in my.
um, I'm gonna be streaming either Rivals or Genshin because Genshin is gonna have its update in a second. So I will see y'all there in like 2-3 hours. I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
gonna work.
I forgot about that update.
Mm-hmm. You gonna pull for the new character?
No, I'm still saving.
Who
I'm
you
still
gonna say for?
weird because, bro, well, I was gonna pull for my C2 for Reina,
Okay.
but I don't have Zhongli, and I
Um,
know Zhongli is not really relevant in the meta, but I kind of want Zhongli.
okay.
So it's like I'm still debating. What I'm doing is I'm not gonna pull for Farina. I'm gonna hold off until I see what's coming after Zhongli before
Okay.
to decide if I'm going to pull for Zhongli or not. If what's his name, Durin?
Yeah, Durin.
But then I'm starting to hear some mixed things about him too,
Yeah, I heard a
because
lot of mixed things about him.
because now I kind of want the what's that girl's name? Not the Hydro character, but the new Geo character that's going to come out.
Sojourner.
Yes.
There you go. I heard she's gonna be a lunar Geo. I'm like,
Yeah.
interesting. I wonder how that's gonna work out. Where's this at?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I'm just, as of now, I think I'm at 40 pity. I'm on my guarantee, but I got like someone say like 90, 100 pools between like, all
Yeah.
my fates and
Damn.
heroes.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting.
I'm gonna go for her C2 today. You know, have to break the bank a little bit, and then
Yeah,
I low
I
key,
know.
I low key at the end of the banner because Farina, I don't have no constellations on her. I high key want to go for constellations on her, and then
Uh,
next,
I'll say if you get it to C1, her C1 is nice. Her
Okay.
C2 basically gives her more damage. So
Okay.
if anything, go for her C. You have her weapon.
yeah, mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm not mad at you for having no weapon. It doesn't surprise me. But the problem that you're going to have with Farina, you really shouldn't use her weapon until you get her to C4 because her ER needs are too high. And that's the only time when she gets above to her ER is at C4.
All right.
I would say the best weapon to use on her, actually, I mean, if you feel like you don't have any real ER issues, like it is
Mhm.
working for you, cool. Then I say just get to her C1 and you can pretty much stop there.
Yeah.
But if you are having ER issues, I would say run, what's that weapon? Not the Favonias. I know a lot of people want to run Favonia, but I say that the pipe.
Okay.
I know it's not called the pipe, but it's basically a pipe.
Okay.
That is a really good weapon for it.
All right.
I think you get it by fishing in Fontaine.
Oh, brother, fishing. All right, that's something I have to get into.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I know the fishing for the catch was like terrible, but it's not as bad.
Okay. All right, D Money. I will catch you later. Probably when I stream up again. If you're there, then help me with some stuff. But I'll catch you later. I